can hear the whispers in my sleep, the voices telling me this should be mine. You claim you trust me. You think I don't see the doubt behind your eyes. I'm gonna build me an empire, and it's lonely at the top, but madness and greatness can both share a face, and nobody will ever convince me to stop. It's my destiny. I was born to play this game, so fear me or love me, it's all the same. Try to find a chain that I won't break, a price I wouldn't pay for what I want. So you can call me calculating, you can call me calculating. You can say I've lost my mind, you can say I've lost my mind. You can throw me to the wolves, I'll be alright. I'm gonna build me an empire, and it's lonely at the top, but madness and greatness can both share a face, and nobody will ever convince me to stop. It's my destiny. I was born to play this game, so fear me or love me, it's all the same. Just one word, I'll let the world burn. Just one word, I'll let the world burn. I'm gonna build me an empire, and it's lonely at the top, but madness and greatness can both share a face, and nobody will ever convince me to stop. It's my destiny. I was born to play this game, so fear me or love me, it's all the same. So fear me or love me, it's all the same.
Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the bones of an Englishman.
Fee, fi, fo, fum. Crossbone swords and a bottle of rum. Hi-ho-hum. No rest for the lily-livered pirates come. From the dawning of the day to the drowning of the sun. No rest for the lily-livered pirates come. Salt on my tongue from the spray of the sea. Drunk on the sun beating down on me. Bound for a treasure that's never been seen, where dead men lay their bones. Blood on my hands from the pull of the rope. No wind in our sails, so we have to row. And it's heave ho, to the locker you'll go, where dead men lay their bones. Where dead men lay their bones. Fee, fi, fo, fum. Crossbone swords and a bottle of rum. Hi-ho-hum. No rest for the lily-livered pirates come. From the dawning of the day to the drowning of the sun. No rest for the lily-livered pirates come. Shapes in the shadows wanna swallow us whole. The roar of the kraken tries to pull us below. So it's heave ho, to the locker we'll go, where dead men lay their bones. Captain Jack throws another one back. He finishes a bottle while we're breaking our backs. So it's I cap until we give him the sack, where dead men lay their bones. swords and a bottle of rum. Levi-o-hum, no rest for the lily-livered pirates scum. From the dawning of the day to the drowning of the sun, no rest for the lily-livered pirates scum. Way, hey, and up he rises. Way, hey, and up he rises. Way, hey, and up he rises. Swords and a bottle of rum. Levi-o-hum, no rest for the lily-livered pirates scum. From the dawning of the day to the drowning of the sun, no rest for the lily-livered pirates scum. Hoist the Jolly Roger!
We've gone adrift with the resolve to carry on. When the climb is steep and the days are long, we rise, all rise. Our fight burns bright. From filth we ascend to the tree of life. The lowly empowered and faith unite. We rise, all rise. Some of us us won't make it back. We're following into the black, unknown for a long lost throne. We rise again, where others might look for escape. These lights in the dark search for grace, once lost to a blood-soaked cause. We will rise through battlefields scarred by the gods. We're striding no matter the odds. When nothing can hold back the tide, we rise, we rise. Christless and exile, we're loyal the same, returning to roots through the worst of our pain. When kings rise against, have it writ on their grave. The old gods were felled by a mortal unnamed. We will die again where the oceans end, over and over. In the dragon's fire, we will testify, shoulder to shoulder. In the lands between, spirits sharp and clean, used with a purpose. Through the scarlet mist, for the maidenless, we rise unburdened again. We rise again. Eternal struggle echoes to the past. We rise, we rise. So even if only to fall then in ash, we rise, I will rise.
Of all the trees that grow so fat, o'er England to adorn, greater are none beneath the sun than oak and ash and thorn. Sing oak and ash and thorn, good sirs, all on a midsummer's morn. Surely we'll sing of no little thing, and oak and ash and thorn. You that is old in churchyard mold, he breedeth a mighty bow. Alder for shoes do wise men choose, and beech for cups also. But when you have killed in your bowl, it is filled, and your shoes are clean outworn. Back you must speed for all that you need to oak and ash and thorn. Sing oak and ash and thorn, good sirs, all on a midsummer's morn. Surely we'll sing of no little thing, and oak and ash and thorn. Sing oak and ash and thorn, good sirs, all on a midsummer's morn. Surely we'll sing of no little thing, and oak and ash and thorn. Elm she hates mankind and waits till every gust be laid, to drop a limb on the head of him that anyway trusts her shade. But whether a lad be sober or sad, or mellow with ale from the horn, he'll take no wrong when he lieth along neath oak and ash and thorn. Sing oak and ash and thorn, good sirs, all on a midsummer's morn. Surely we'll sing of no little thing, and oak and ash and thorn. Sing oak and ash and thorn, good sirs, all on a midsummer's morn. Surely we'll sing of no little thing, and oak and ash and thorn. Oh, do not tell the priest our plight, for he would call it a sin. But we've been out in the woods all night, a conjuring summer in. We bring you good news by word of mouth, good news for cattle and corn. Sure as the sun come up from the south by oak and ash and thorn. Sing oak and ash and thorn, good sirs, all on a midsummer's morn. Surely we'll sing of no little thing, and oak and ash and thorn. Sing oak and ash and thorn, good sirs, all on a midsummer's morn. Surely we'll sing of no little thing, and oak and ash and thorn.
Norna, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Realm Weavers. I'm excited for a couple things here. First things first, welcome our new player, Winston.
Hey, sorry.
Everyone welcome him, come on!
Hey, Winston.
My phone went off like 5 seconds before you said anything.
So his character will pop in a little bit. But before that, I have a couple announcements. Number one, we have been continuously working on overhauling the system of the game. I've made a couple of tweaks to the knight. I've updated the what do you call it? I've updated the paladin class, and I have especially exciting news today. We
What?
have our first Patreon member.
Okay, cool.
What?
Yeah. So let me let me pull it up again.
Yeah, I want to see.
I want to see.
Their name is Pandora MC. So shout out to you. Thank you so much. They're actually in the live chat right now. So
I'm gonna go annoy him.
thank you so much, Pandora MC. Hi, Patrick and Mason.
You've done this to yourself.
But yeah, we have a Patreon in the credits now. It's not empty.
That's good news. Good news. I'm glad.
I mean, between Winston's arrival and this person joining, I'm sitting here going like, oh, maybe we could do this. Maybe we could pull this off.
It's possible, dude. It's always possible. You always get someone. But it's just always good to hear. The first one is always the nicest.
Oh yes, definitely.
It is.
And
it's
it
not
really
showing
does
me the
help.
live stream. It is not showing me the live stream. I am upset. I cannot do the live chat right now.
What?
It's
What do you
not
mean?
letting- So my computer recently had. Oh, there we go.
I was about to say, I'm like, it should be up there. What do you mean?
So no, I'm watching the stream right now, but the thing is, my browser crashed the other day, and I just
Oof.
never reloaded it.
Oh shoot!
Oh no.
I'm just like, it'll work fine.
Completely forgot about the background music. I'm sorry for everyone who's listening to me. Nothing. There we go. So, the second thing we should note is that we did overhaul the psionic ability. So most of the disciplines have been nerfed because what we're trying to do is make the system so that it can be an addition to classes as opposed to being as strong or as powerful as various classes. Because as it was, several of the disciplines were either as strong or more powerful than their spell equivalent. And that kind of makes whatever class that is null and void. So we made some tweaks to that. I'll be tweaking Psionic Combat in the future. But my highest priority right now is the races and the experience tables and gaining experience in general. So I'm working towards overhauling that next. But yeah. Last we should probably go ahead and start now. Last we left our players, you guys were in the tavern of the town. Waiting.
Our friend.
Grimshaw, just a reminder, Tia has not heard the last saga yet, so no spoilers.
Wait. Okay.
Yeah.
Waiting. You're welcome.
I want people watching this to guess what we're referencing here. So
They
don't.
already got it. After I started singing.
Let's see here. There we go. Jeez. So, in your party, you currently have Grimshaw, Lorsan, Troxel, as well as Lyrian and Cieldre, who have accompanied you into town. You also have your little backpack companion.
We have
Which you're just now realizing that you have this creature in the middle of town and no one is the wiser. So
You know what? Okay, that makes things even better. Just straight up. Yeah, no, we have. I'm gonna call him Luggage.
luggage.
That works.
Listen, if anyone can tell me the reference from that, please put it in the comments.
I'd like us to have a unique name for our stream if possible, but
That's fair. That is a book reference, by the way.
at any rate, so you kind of left the tavern and went to the inn, obviously, and you had yourself a perfect sleep. There was no interruption in the middle of the night this time. No bad sleep.
Oh yeah, we did, didn't we?
Yeah, true to the thief's word, you were fine and safe at night.
That's impressive.
The next morning, I want to ask somebody else if they slept well also. Or just us.
Like stone.
So like asking around the town kind of thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most other people did not have a good night. In fact, there's several people who are starting to have nightmares. So.
Oh, okay. So it was just unique to us.
Yeah, so it's just us.
It was the fact that they just left those people alone. Because
Well, you have to remember the KOR is the one doing this, and those two are trying to keep the fact that they're alive hidden and obscured. So basically, yeah, you don't know how they did it, but they're keeping you from getting this effect. Well, actually, you do know how to do it.
They just kind of took the incense back out of the.
Yeah, basically. Basically, yes. But yeah, walking downstairs and all that kind of stuff. You see in the Actually, no, you don't. No, yeah. What do you guys want to do for today?
Eat.
Well, our goal prior had been to do the mine, and then we were going to go over and do the mansion.
No.
And everybody said that the mansions, those people said that doing the mansion was a very bad idea, but Lyrium said that the mansion was an okay thing to do.
She just said she never saw the ghost. That doesn't mean that there's a ghost.
She also said that she went into the haunted house multiple times, whereas anyone who went in there once came out either died or came out aged.
I remember this. Oh, well, she's a half-elf. She might not even know that she aged.
Yeah.
No. Okay, so, correction. So, I have, the way I've written aging, like magical aging in my world, is it's not like, hey, 10 years straight up, it's 10 years human age. So in other words, you can convert that to any of the race's ages.
You're telling me a dwarf would age 70 or 80 years?
If that's their 10-year equivalent of a human, then yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Because otherwise it's like, okay, then just send anything that's not a human in there and then have them take care of the thing. It's fine. No, that kind of defeats the purpose of it being a dangerous enemy.
Yeah, it's kind of a very dangerous thing for Lorson because he's a half-orc. He has a shorter lifespan than anyone else.
I mean, like, at that point, you'd be losing less years than a human, but equivalents to a human, it's still the same.
Yeah.
Again, it's the equivalence part.
Yeah, you're still losing an equivalent amount. It's just not an equal amount.
Exactly.
So we have our group here. And by the way, Winston, what are you?
You'll find out. You'll find out
eventually.
Oh,
yeah, you'll find out.
I'll find out eventually. Okay, but the question then is, what are our plans if they don't include the mansion? What's next?
We wait.
For
We
what?
wait for word. For the word from our thief friend, and hopefully our the accomplice that she is bringing.
Okay.
I mean, the cleric might have some ideas on how to deal with the ghosts or whatever's in there.
This is true. We could talk to. I mean, we could bring some smudge sticks and all that stuff. Maybe like an EMF reader. I don't know.
Or like holy water or something. I don't know.
We could just make this a phasmophobia episode. Let's go.
So where are you guys headed off first?
I don't know.
Knowing that you're
Grimshaw's-
currently waiting.
Grimshaw currently knows that we are meeting them at the tavern eventually.
Yeah.
So Grimshaw understands it that somebody has to be at the tavern.
Sealdre volunteers.
Oh, great. Thanks, Sealdre.
She just kind of shrugs.
I want-
She just kind of
I
shrugs
wanted-
and she kind of shrugs and goes, "I'm used to being by myself."
Sealdre, I wanted to get my drunk on.
She's like, she looks at you and she's like, "You know they don't have anything there, remember?" Yeah, they're bone dry. You have to wait until they get restocked.
It's gonna be a week before she finishes the.
I'll ask Lyrian, since we have some downtime now, if she has any spells that she'd like to share with me, and I have my spell books to share with her.
She has grease.
Okay, hold on. Let me pull her info up. There we go.
Grease, my #1 favorite spell of all spellcasters.
She pulls out her standard spell book, and she goes over the spells with you. So she has Charm Person, Comprehend Languages, Dancing Lights, Enlarge, Hold Portal, Identify, Magic Missile, Make Her Eyes Third Hand, Message, Read Magic, Run, Sleep, Stenography, Wizard Mark, Write, Continual Light, Deep Pockets, Improved Familiar, Knock, Locate Object, Preserve, Reminder, Vocalize, Wizard Lock, and that's it.
Oh, she doesn't have grease? I'm disappointed.
Actually, then I don't need anything from her. I'll thank her and I'll tell her what I have. I didn't see anything that I had other than some cantrips: clean, dry, warm, salt, shield. I didn't hear her say.
She got plenty of cantrips.
Okay. Shield, mending, detect invisibility, levitate, and web. She wants
I'm sorry.
any of those.
I'm sorry. She tells you what spells she had. She doesn't have the standard spellbook on her. My bad.
Oh, okay.
She's got some really nice spells in her repertoire.
She looks over at you and she's just like, "Well, my father was Vlasic Costello, so."
Yeah.
Wait,
Hopefully
you
this-
knew Abbott and Costello?
Hopefully he still is.
That was the whole reason she got her attention. She got your attention was that she was related to him,
I know.
or adopted by him. But yeah.
I know. But, like, again, I hear a lot of spells that could be useful in the future. I would definitely see if you can copy them down from her.
Such as.
I don't know. Charm Person, Hold Person,
Hold person's 3rd level.
Again, get it now so you don't have to buy it later.
I'll take Hold person if she has her spellbook sometime.
She tells you that the spellbook is still at Vlazet's tower, so she has to go there to rememorize spells and all that kind of stuff. But it's too bulky for her to bring around.
I mean, at that point, we're gonna get there eventually anyway. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll get there. When we get there, we get there. I'll remember that.
Again, just get every spell you can from her, and then just memorize as you go.
The problem with getting every spell is that spell books are very heavy, and you can't put very many spells in books. You have to really think about what you want, or you're going to be limited in terms of what you have. You'll be up like Lyrian, running to her tower to rememorize spells. Okay, so where to now?
Well, are you going with Lyrian to did you want her to lead you to the tower right now, or like what are you guys doing?
Sure, we can do that, or I can do that.
Well, I mean, how far away is the tower from here?
It's a couple of miles away from the town.
Is it gonna cause any trouble. Grimshaw's gonna stay in town. He has no reason to go. He has no reason to go to Abbott and Costello right now. He can go there later.
Okay.
If you guys want to go, go. But
Okay.
Grimshaw's gonna putt around town, try and do some odd jobs here and there.
Okay. So I'm gonna go with Lyrian. If Lorsan wants to come, more than welcome. And I'm just gonna add old person to my spell book.
Like I said, I'd get as many of the spells you don't have, because again, we can leave spells that you don't think you'll need right now at a generalized location when we get there. When we get to a point where we can build our own kind of base of operations, because that's coming very soon.
I was just wanting to talk to the local cleric, see if he has anything that can help us.
You did mention that,
navigate
yeah.
the mansion.
Does anyone want to go with Lorsan on that?
You know, I'll go with Lorsan on that. That sounds productive.
All right.
Like I said, we need EMF readers, smudge sticks, maybe.
So
a
shortly after,
Right.
shortly after Cieldre leaves for the tavern, we have Troxel and Lyrian heading out of town towards the tower, if I get that right.
That's correct.
And then Grimshaw and Lorsan are heading to the temple.
Yep.
Ironically, it is literally always the way the gang splits up right now.
Well, this is effectively downtime. I mean, you like to keep the party together, but for this type of information gathering, you definitely split up.
Oh, I get this is downtime. I just find it always funny that it is always the same group of people doing the same exact thing.
Well, it's because there's one group that collects information, and others collect spells. And magic stuff.
Troxel, what's your level again?
4th.
4, okay. Just need to check something. Alright. Give us 1 second real quick.
One.
Smart Alec.
You're goddamn right I am.
Alright. Hey Troxel. How much coin do you have on your person right now?
How much coin do I have on my person? Very little, but it's in my purse. I have in my what do you call it? In my little
Pouch.
coin sack, I have 5 copper, 3 silver, 7 gold.
All right.
And then someplace else, I have my 5 platinum stored.
Gotcha.
Boot pocket.
You walk in, it goes ching, ching, ching.
There's only 3 things you get to Grimshaw's.
Okay, so Lyrian asks, Lyrian's gonna go ahead and ask you, Troxel, if you're a nobleman.
And I'll say yes. From the House of Crandall.
You're from the Candle House?
Crandall, yes. But unfortunately, I am the 4th son and 5th child. So I'm allowed to dabble in magic, and the head of the house doesn't really care because I'm not the direct heir, and I'm not second in line, and I'm not third in line.
She kind of nods and goes,
But you're rich.
well, no, she doesn't mention money. she asks what the rest of his family is like and what it's like being so close to the king.
We're actually not that close to the king. That's a different house. In a way, we're sometimes at odds with the king, and odds with other nobles. I mean, any two people together have some agreements and disagreements, but people think of nobles as having common interests, but in actual fact, nobles within nobles are very different from each other, both in actions, interests, alignments. You have it.
All right. She makes the random comment of saying like that her father always talked about how the different family houses always squabbled and fought against each other and never actually worked together on anything.
It's absolutely true that that noble houses squabble, and it's absolutely true that they work against others' interests on some things, but on other things they do have commonality.
Troxel.
You know, if there's common good available without too much effort.
Troxel.
Yes?
You're interrupted as you feel a hand go into your pouch and pull out some of your coins.
Oh. And whose hand was that?
You look down, you see a very short person as they run.
Okay, what coinage did I lose? Very short person meaning what?
You don't know yet, they're cloaked. And you lost about half your coins.
Oh man.
Well, I'm not going to cast magic missile at the thing running away because it's not worth killing over a couple of coins.
It's not. Remember, you're neutral good. You wouldn't be attacking and harming someone just for stealing some coins.
Grimshaw would.
Yeah, neutral would harm. Evil would just kill. Good would not just outright hurt someone because they stole from them. Run to catch them, try to slow them down, but not outright like, I'm going to fire a missile at your body.
Okay, I'll cast my web spell, which I have memorized.
Oh jeez.
I mean, that's again, that's smart.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah.
Catch the thief.
Just here's a little note. Remember where you are. So when you cast this spell,
I'm walking out of town, aren't I?
Yeah.
you are on your way out of
You're not in
town. You're
town.
still.
You're still in town, and
Well, is there anybody?
what
Is there anybody? Is there anybody that's?
No, I'll give him this. I'll give him this. You've recently left town. You're on the road. So yeah, connecting to all the different trees, catching in the middle of the road. Bernard, you just got caught in a massive amount of web that just popped out of nowhere.
Oh, shoot.
Bernard.
Wait.
Bernard.
The hood falls off as you see a halfling stuck in the middle of this.
Okay. So,
Your halfling is about 3 feet tall. That's by the way the tallest a halfling can get.
Perfect.
Oh, good, a football.
okay. So I guess
Right?
what's going to happen is
Hey, what's going
you'll
on?
kindly put my coins back on the ground.
What are you talking about? I don't have any coins. Are you? That's crazy.
Lyrian just kind of like walks over and she's like, "Wow, that was impressive, Mr. Candle." She kind of like walks over to the edge of the web and she looks over at Bernard and says, "Mister, I don't know how much you know about magical spells, but this spell can be a little bit dangerous if we don't get you out of there quick. I would do as he asks you."
Okay, fine. There you go. I just got a handful. That's all good.
Half his money. Just half his money. This is a handful.
So she gets the money, she brings it back to Troxel, and
Can
She
I
kind of,
dispel my? Am I capable of dispelling my own magic?
yeah, easily.
Okay, then I'll give a lecture on why it's not advantageous to attempt to steal from people. And
Congratulations, you're getting a lecture on your first D&D session. I hope you're happy. How good you?
Look, it's what I do. It's what I do. I'm sorry. It's nothing personal.
there's a dwarf
got-
called Grimshaw in town. I'm sure you could take his money.
No, don't do that to
Oh,
him.
Wait,
no.
Larian, okay. Are you really good alignment? I'm starting to think you're neutral here. Like, you keep making me question your alignment, my friend.
Why?
You just said him after like
It's
the
a
worst
joke.
person
It's a
to steal
joke.
from.
Well, you need to
Okay.
at least state that it's a joke, because if Troxel was saying that in a normal manner or a serious manner, that's basically the equivalence of, hey, I'm going to send you on a mission that will get you killed, and I know it will.
Well, that's not true.
Isn't it? If you steal from Grimshaw, what do you think he's gonna do?
If Grimshaw knows, I basically, it was very unlikely for me to catch the person in the first place. It was just by chance that I did.
Yes, but then somebody steals something out of Grimshaw's bag.
He will hunt you down.
Do you think Grimshaw is going to give you a chance to talk your way out of it?
Okay. Anyhow, then forget all that, and I'll dispel my web and send Bernard on his way.
Hey, so what you doing here?
Lyrian looks over at Bernard. She smiles and goes, "Oh, Mr. Candle wanted to see my spells. I was taking them over to my father's place."
That's cool. So you're a pretty cool magic user, right? You wouldn't be happy to be looking in need of a thief, would you?
A thief?
Yeah. Thief.
So basically,
I'm also
Bernard-
an illusionist.
So, oh, you just straight out said it. Okay, so so basically what he said is he's a thief for hire, and he's also an illusionist.
Oh, he is. Okay.
Lyrian actually looks very intrigued because she's never straight up seen, or at least she's never been aware that she's seen an illusionist up close before.
Well, where are we planning to meet after?
Tavern.
My spells in the
Well,
tavern.
where else would we meet
Tavern.
after
Okay,
our
so
day?
why don't I'll send Bernard to the tavern. Tell him to look up a dwarf named Grimshaw and a half-orc named Lorsan.
How about the
Talk to
human?
them about the possibility. of-
What about the
Human named Steeldred.
Troxel? What about the human named Cieldre who's currently there waiting as we speak?
Oh.
Also, Lyrian's just kind of like, "Aw, I wanted to ask him about his magic."
Oh, okay. Lyrian, you can certainly do that.
You look at you see the girl just beaming at you, which is hilarious because I'm trying to yeah, she's 4'6", so she's younger than you, but she's taller than you. So she's looking down at you with like beaming, like, "You've got to tell me everything. Show me your spells. I can't wait to see it."
Hold on.
Which
Yes,
you don't have your backpack on you right now because you wouldn't be able to be thieving with that on. So
Okay. I'll go.
Thievery.
I'll go find where I stashed that.
and she's kind of like pulls you with her, going like, no, you can come with us, and then you can show your magic when you can show me your spells when you get back. But tell me about your magic.
Well, it's kind of like yours, except I just make people believe I'm more than what I am. I'm just good for.
You
just
see
for-
her giving a pouted look, going like, "Come on, give me more details."
Okay, well, I can do things like create, like distract people. I can hypnotize people.
No. Okay, so to clarify, she knows what illusion magic is. She already knows what that is.
Okay.
She's asking how your magic specifically works because she was told that it works a little bit differently. And basically, essentially what your character tells her, because this is something your character would very clearly know, is it's similar to magic users, but to some extent they also draw upon the power of the shadow planes to make their illusions stronger, and they study exclusively illusion powers so that they can expand into that field more effectively. Essentially, is how that
You
works.
should be so happy.
You know,
for
Lyrium,
Bob, you're having this
Bernard could
conversation.
actually be, instead of a hobbit, he could be a Spriggan, one of those troll sorcerers,
That's not a thing in my world.
with an illusion on him to look like a hobbit, so we wouldn't suspect.
That's not a playable character in my world. Thank you.
But it would be cool.
Listen, I've said this before, I'll say it again. The reason I stopped at the 8 races is because if we add any more, not only do I have to then try and keep track of those mechanics while making their mechanics unique to all the other races, I then have to find a way to add them throughout the entirety of the planet, and I just don't have the time nor energy for that. If another DM wants to add more to their world, they can do that as much as they want. My world, I'm sticking to the 8 races. Thank you very much.
Okay, so Bernard's coming with us then to the tower, is that correct?
Yep.
Okay.
So Grimshaw and Lorsan, we're gonna jump to you.
I'm not gonna lie. If Bernard joined us, there would be a comment made that probably would have gotten everyone laughing. I'm just gonna say that right now. Let's go. All right, so we're going to the church.
Yeah,
The one
you-
place Grimshaw never thought he'd see himself at.
You've been there before.
How?
Oh, I know.
Oh, I mean, I just gonna gonna ask how would being in a good aligned church affect both of us? Because we're both evil aligned.
Yeah, we're both very much evil characters.
Yeah.
You feel uncomfortable, but that's about the extent of it.
Okay.
Here,
I mean,
like, here's the thing.
We're doing it for the betterment of this town.
You have to understand, good alignment does not hate evil. It despises true evil. So things like fiends and those kind of creatures, as well as any human being who is so evil, wicked, disgustingly cruel that they cannot be anything but true evil. Everything else they try to save. They try to save the lives of those kind of people. That's what good alignment is. Now, while obviously most evil would not care to be saved or anything like that, that is the goal of good alignment. So yeah, your characters are uncomfortable being in this atmosphere, but yeah.
Second time in the church for you as well.
Yeah.
Shrine, but who's
Wait,
gonna...
wrong way.
Close
Um,
enough.
But yeah,
Right.
so
We're here about ghosts. I don't deal well with ghosts. I've had a couple bad dreams recently.
the head priest sees you and comes over to you guys again and goes, "Oh, you guys are back again. Did you discover anything or?"
We're working on it, but I feel like there's a connection between your sleep problem and what we have been told is a ghost inside that manor of yours.
That. Yes, try not to spread that rumor too much. We've been trying to keep people out of the mansion while trying to dispel rumors that there's a ghost, because there's really nothing that we can do over here. None of us are powerful enough to stop that thing.
So let me ask you, what is it?
It is definitely a malevolent spirit of some sort. Of what classification, I wouldn't be able to tell you, since no one's ever come out alive.
So you as a cleric can't. You don't have anything that can help us with this ghost problem?
The best I could advise you is to create weapons of silver, as that tends to at least minorly affect evil spirits. You could attempt holy water, though I've never heard of anyone using that method against spirits. But no, I don't have any spells that would affect a creature of that strength.
If we were to get weapons made with silver and blessed by a sufficient enough cleric, maybe you, maybe not. Depends on how close you are with your god. Would we potentially be able to do any significant damage against this ghost? Or ghoul, or whatever we're talking.
It's possible. It is possible. Let me roll monster lore check for this person. Yeah, no, they say like it should be possible.
Should be.
Should be, yes.
I'm sorry, I don't hedge a bet on should. We need more definitive proof on what this thing is, and I'm not. They tell you
that the most they know is that if you have a silver weapon and then bless it on top of that, then it should at least provide physical contact against the spirit. Whether it will destroy or harm the spirit in any way is unclear to them. They don't know that for sure. That at that point it's just speculation, but they know that by all, it should be able to physically touch the the spirit.
That's fine. I'm okay with your answer. If you don't mind, after we're done our major business here and go to a more not Goonies town that only has a shrine, no offense, we're gonna figure out what we can do. Because again, this town is important to me. Because it's got more than a few mines that I need to exploit. I mean, keep running.
Despite, because they only missed that comment because of their sleep deprivation.
Oh yeah, I know. That's the totally reason why Grimshaw's doing it at this point. He knows he can mess with these people. Look, best we can do right now is we can go back, we can get a couple weapons made at this point. It's not feasible for us to go in there right now, by the sound of it. Assuming that there is a malevolent spirit, we do want to exorcise it at some point. We'll figure out what's going on with the sleep deprivation. We'll make sure that ends, though. Soon.
They nod in appreciation. And then one of the priests collapses.
Oh.
Well, this has been entertaining.
Priests are rushing over to their aid.
Grimshaw's just gonna lift him up, put him on one of the pews, and be like, look, at least don't sleep on the ground. Don't sleep on the ground. It's not healthy. It's bad for your back, man.
You get slapped by one of the clerics.
How could you?
They look at you with like semi-tears in their eyes, and they're like, "This is no laughing matter. This happened to the past few people who died."
Yes, and we're working on it.
Yeah, she's upset because you're making a joke out of it, is the point.
Without a little bit of levity, do you think these people will fare any better? You need to have a smile on your face right now.
Roll a charisma check with a negative 15.
I'll take that negative 15. Where?
Oh, so sorry. Not negative 15. Negative 25.
I'll take that negative 25. Let's go. Let's see. That's a 60.
Is that with the negative?
That's with the negative.
Okay, sweet. She got 67. She's not having your shit.
All I'm saying is
Remember, you have to remember, they're irritable, and this is a sensitive situation,
angry.
so...
They're angry, I know.
She just tells you to get out.
I mean, I can, alright. You ain't hurting me. Grimshaw's not gonna say it. Not gonna say. Hang on. Oh. I ain't losing sleep over it. As he walks out.
Alright, back to Troxel and Bernard and Lyrian.
We'll just follow Lyrian with Bernard to the tower.
Yep. You reach the tower. Troxel? You... Okay, hold on. What's the... Hold on, let me check something real quick. Just to make sure I know what it is. Let's see, magic users... Tier 3, good. Scroll down till I see... There it is. Okay, so as you approach the tower, besides the actual building itself, you notice a large circle of powder what looks like powdered metal that's been placed around in a circle around the tower.
So it looks like a ward. Is that it?
If your character goes down and messes with it, they'll see that it's powdered iron and silver.
I'll mention it to Lyrian. Is this a ward on your tower, Lyrian?
She nods and goes, "Yeah, he put that there for protection against evil."
Wouldn't make it through.
Make sure I don't scuff it or anything like that. Step over it.
Mm-hmm. She knocks on the door, and there is a pause before you hear on the other side, "What is one's greatest hope for victory?" And she answers with, "Knowledge of the world, your allies, and your enemies." With that, you hear a couple of locks open up. The door opens up, and for you look forward, you see no one until you look down. Bernard, you're basically staring this thing in the face. You are looking at a humanoid with greenish reptilian skin, leathery wings, and a bat-like mouth with teeth. It is approximately 1.5 feet tall.
I just have a shocked look on my face.
It nods and goes, "Welcome, Master Lyrian." She smiles and says, Thanks, Zabamitha." And with that, she walks in, and he steps to the side, lets her in, and just stares at the two of you as you also walk in.
Shuffle.
So I note that Bernard has no trouble walking over the
yeah. Protection against evil only prevents true evil from going through.
Okay. And then the second thing is, do I think that that's a method, or do I think it's a what do I think it is?
What do you think? What is the circle?
No,
the
Creature.
Roll monster lore.
I have monster lore of that kind, but I rolled a 16.
You've no idea what this freaking thing is.
Okay, well I'll ask him.
what are you?
What is Zeradiah? Did she say his name was?
Jebediah, which...
Zabamitha. So Zaby.
I am Troxel. May I ask what you are? What plane you came from?
It looks up at you and goes, "Last name.
What's that?
What's thy last name?"
Candle.
It ignores you and walks away.
Okay, I know in the history of my house, we've had, I don't think that, I'm not aware of any history that we've had of creatures like that.
Correct. You've never heard of anything like this thing before.
Okay. Okay, follow Lyrium.
Yep, Lyrian just, so basically the floor you're on right now is essentially a living room, plus you see a door that kind of leads off to a hallway. There's a fireplace, padded chairs and a couch, seated tables, bookshelves. It is bright inside, but there appear to be no lanterns, torches, or candles anywhere. Yeah. She walks over to one of the bookshelves and pulls out a book, and that's when she starts showing you all the different spells that she has. And she gestures for Bernard to come over and look too.
Okay.
So yeah.
So what I
Okay. I'll take out my spell books and show her the spells, all my spells, and I'll see if I can find a table, and with pen and ink I will write the whole person spell in my book. Book 2.
All right. She asks for Zabamitha to fetch you the materials for writing and scribing.
Okay.
So she does that, and then let's see here. I need to look for. Here it is. And what spells did you want to show her?
I'll show her my entire book.
Okay, but I don't.
The only thing I think she didn't have was, that I didn't hear, was web, levitate, and detect invisibility. The other ones she had.
She looked over those spells and she goes, I think my father has those spells here too somewhere. And that's when you see her like get up and kind of like start looking through books on the bookshelf, and you realize that she has an entire bookshelf of what do you call it, spell books.
I believe it. So when's the last time you've seen your father, Lyrian?
You see her stop moving her fingers, and she pauses at that and goes, It's been a while.
Do you have any reason to believe that he's okay or not okay?
Roll me a d20 real quick.
14.
She says that she's not worried as she continues to look through, but you can tell that there is a bit of worry on her posture. Bernard's just sitting here awkwardly.
yeah.
Twiddling his thumbs.
Okay, what do I do here?
And I'll just say, well, you know, if there is a problem, I'd like to help you, but I think we're way too low level. If your father's in trouble, I can't imagine we can do anything to help him out. But I'm willing if you ask.
Bernard, you notice a golden hourglass on the table.
Ooh. I appraise it.
Roll a d20.
Three.
All right. You're looking at this thing, and that sucker's worth like 10 gold pieces. So that would be the equivalent of a platinum, or if you want to convert it to US dollars, $1,000.
Do I?
And that's an approximate estimate.
Is anybody watching me right now?
Roll intelligence check.
That's a 2.
You didn't notice anyone watching?
I would take it, but I don't have anywhere to put it right now.
Your pouch. It's not big. It's not like a big hourglass. It's something small.
Oh, it's a small hourglass.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can try and swipe it.
Go for it. Come on. Come on.
What'd you get?
11.
All right, you swipe it, put it in your pouch, just kind of look around, and then try to, turn back to the group. And just as you turn, you feel something bite your leg.
Oh.
Hey, remember that tiny little creature with the wings?
Yeah.
Hey, guess what? Can you roll me a d20?
Yeah.
That's your saving throw for the poison bite.
10.
You guys, so Troxel and Lyrian hear him scream, look over to him, and then watch as he falls asleep. Like, crash into the ground, falls asleep. Creature goes over, pulls the hourglass out from his pouch, puts it back on the table.
It's clear that Bernard is not, since he's willing to steal from his friends, is not somebody that we can have in our group.
Well, who said you, first of all, he's not stealing from you. And second of all, he never actually called you guys his friends yet.
This is true. He could just be trying to fucking fleece us.
So anyhow, I'll continue. I'll watch him sleep for a little bit, and then continue putting the spell in my spell book.
All right. Eventually, all parties involved return to the tavern. Though
I'm guessing
Troxel
Troxel is carrying Bernard.
Troxel's gonna have to carry Bernard, yes. For once, it is not Troxel who is unconscious. Imagine Troxel's like carrying it.
I'll deposit him on the table in front of Grimshaw and explain what had happened during the day. First, he tried to steal from me, and then we.
Well, hold on. Slow down. So first things first. What I was trying to say was, I feel like Troxel is like, as he's carrying Bernard, he's kind of like going like, so this is what it felt like. Secondly, Grimshaw and Lorsan, you would have gotten back first. Sealdrid's sitting there. Mm-hmm. She just kind of shrugs and goes, nothing interesting so far. And then
Cigar?
she's like, she kind of looks at that and she looks at the cigar, looks at you and goes, "What's that?"
Cigar. Smoke it. Hey,
like a smoking pipe?
Here.
Kind of.
I'll
Take
take
it
a
out,
cigar.
cut the end. I didn't offer one to you. Light it up, and just pass it over to Sealdrid.
Sealdrid takes it and kind of hesitates, and she gives you a look going like, "Come on, let her in." Or let him in.
No, we can just pass it around the group at this point.
She kind of shrugs. Let me roll a Constitution check for her. She saves it. She blows it. She goes, "I don't think I'm used." She's like, "This is very interesting," she says as she passes it on to Lorsan.
Right.
It's as Lorsan is taking his whiff, when Troxel enters the tavern.
Throws a halfling on the table.
Yeah. And you just hear the tavern owner going like, "Oi! Easy!"
Who's the half pint?
Lyrian just giggles and
Hunting
she goes.
without us?
Lyrian just giggles and she goes. He's a thief.
So you went hunting without us.
The thief hunt us. He initially tried to steal from me. I caught him, and then he made some noises about wanting to join us. But then he tried to steal from Lyrium, so I don't know how trustworthy he is.
Lyrian chuckled and she goes, I mean, she tried to steal from my father, and Zabimitha kind of took care of that, so it's kind of fun to watch.
Who's Jeremiah?
Zabimitha.
Zabimitha's, I asked him what he was.
No. You don't understand.
looked like
Lyrian goes over to Grimshaw and she's like, no. Say it with me. Zab.
Zab.
E. Myth.
Myth.
Zabimitha.
Jeremiah.
Okay, go ahead, Charles. She gives up.
I asked him I thought he might be a method, but when I asked him what he was and what his plane he came from, he did not answer me.
I'm gonna search his pockets.
Yeah, he's passed out, right?
Yeah.
Did you happen to take all of his weapons and everything off him before you threw him on the table, or do we gotta do that now?
Oh no, I didn't take.
What he has on his person.
He's a doggone. He's a hobbit. I mean,
Not a hobbit halfling.
a half.
Yeah.
Trademark. Trademark.
oh,
Don't get us copywritten. What he has on his person, if I remember correctly. Let's see here. Besides his clothing, he has lockpicking kits, 2 of them. He has a quiver with a 12 bolts for a crossbow, but you don't see the crossbow. He has what do you call it? He has 2 small pouches. He has a sap. He also has no, yeah, that's it. That's what's on his person.
All right. Well, now that we know what we have in a pile across from him, so that he can't get to it readily, I'm gonna grab his hand and slap him awake.
roll a strength check.
Now, mind you, when I say grab his hand, I mean I'm going to hold on to his hand, and I'm going to slap him with my other hand.
Actually, no. Don't roll a strength check. Bernard, roll a save versus magic.
Where's the magic?
Seven.
Not waking up, is he?
He did not wake up from that.
Okay.
Lyrian's just like, oh, wait a minute, hold on. Pulls out a vial, has Bernard drink it, and then he comes to.
What's going on?
Mind you, you are now in the death grip of a dwarf.
Oh, ow. Okay, wait.
I need you to answer a few questions for me.
Okay, easy.
Oh no, I'll be easy if you answer pleasantly. Why were you stealing from my friend here?
Look, it's nothing personal. I saw the dude. He had a lot of really nice clothes on. I'm figuring noble. Wouldn't mind if I took maybe half his coins in his purse. I'm sure he got plenty more.
That's my friend. It's one thing to rob him, another thing to try and rob a master wizard. Was it, Larry? What is he? Like grandmaster, master at this point?
Yeah, she says that Vlaza Costello is the greatest magic user in the country, and she kind of looks over to Bernard and she goes, but to be fair, he didn't know that bit until just now.
Again, there's reading a room, and then there's just walking in with horse blinders on. You had to have known.
I figure I took a chance.
That chance got you into my palms. And
Yeah.
a potentially broken wrist.
Okay. Wait. We don't need to break the wrist now. Okay.
Oh, the
Are you
the
sure
law's
about
too.
that?
Listen, the law's too tired to do anything against me right now. I'm in charge now.
Oh, that's terrifying.
That's completely unnecessary. Like I'm
Grimshaw.
put to sleep. I don't really
Grimshaw.
don't need.
Grimshaw gets wrapped on the back of the head with a rod, and you turn to see the tavern owner going like, "No violence in my tavern, Sonny."
There's no violence.
She goes, and she goes, "Oh, there is violence if you're making a threat against someone. Thank you."
No, the violence hasn't happened yet. If
Smack.
I'm going to do the violence,
No,
I'm going
smack.
to leave.
She smacks you again on the head, going like, "No, no threats, no violence, no nothing."
Well, we have to figure out why he's stealing. And what's the better way to figure out why he's stealing than to make sure that he's terrified of me?
She's like,
Well,
she gives you a smile, one of those smiles where it's like like a motherly woman kind of smile, but also in a way where it's kind of creeping you out. And she goes, "Sonny, you can make someone terrified of you without making dull threats." She looks over to Bernard and she goes, "Where are you from?"
We forget to do where I'm from.
Do you want me to pick a random country?
Yeah.
Let me pull up the map. To be fair, that's not one of the it's one of the lesser things to have been worried about when making his character.
Where was I from again?
Zoval.
it's
You're from the
very
kingdom of Zoval.
Oh. I'm from Zilbo.
Zoval. Zoval.
Zobel.
And she goes, "Zoval." She looks over Grimshaw and she explains to you that there are some places where thieves are semi-legal, and they can be hired and that kind of thing. And essentially, it's legal for them to attempt pickpocketing and that kind of thing. And so, for him, where he came from, this kind of thing should be like considered a normal thing.
Yes, but you have to
Well,
know
not
the
here.
laws of the area before you jump into something that dumb.
And she goes, "Oh, don't worry." She looks over to Bernard and gives you a look. And she goes, "He won't do that again, will he?"
Yes, ma'am. I won't do it again. I've learned my lesson.
Damn, I was hoping to break some fingers today.
She smacks you on the head again.
You see, man.
She looks at you. No, she points the stick at your face and goes, "Do you want mead?"
I do. I also
Then
offer
shut
to
up.
help you make it.
She's like, "I appreciate that, but my tavern, my rules."
Fair. Next time I'll take this outside.
Thank you. With that, she goes back behind the
She doesn't even care that I'm threatening someone. She just cares that I'm threatening someone on the table.
She's like, you can do it anywhere else, just don't do it in the
Look,
tavern.
you have to like she's worked at a tavern before. She knows that this kind of stuff is going to happen. She can only control what's happening in her tavern.
She's like, alright, I guess.
I love this woman so much.
This person is fantastic. But at the same time, alright. So what are you really here for? What brings you all the way out from whatever, wherever you're from?
Ball. Well, I was bored where I was, honestly, so I decided to leave and do a little exploring. See, take a few things, and just make a name for myself.
Well, looks like you picked the wrong place to do that.
Yeah.
And you hang on, wait a minute, hang on. A couple steps back. You thought, hey, let me make a name for myself as a thief in the only town that has a population less than my nutsack. Good God!
So I'm gonna give you a little bit of tidbit, and we haven't really discussed this. I thought of it, but I hadn't had time to talk to Winston about it. The idea was for him to have, like, he snuck into the kingdom from the same side you guys came in, but he came from, like, a little bit higher. So, like, literally, this is his first town. But yeah, the whole point is he snuck into the kingdom, so he's an illegal immigrant essentially.
Oh, good. So you're trying to make a name for yourself, right? You really are trying to make a name for yourself.
Yeah.
Just drop the act, kid.
Okay.
You're trying to make money.
Yeah.
Well, remember, so... hold on a second.
He's typing to someone. This can never be good. Somebody's getting typed to. How about them flyers?
What's up with the flyers?
You know, they fly here, they fly there, they fly a little bit everywhere.
Alright. I'm gonna call a break real quick, because we're already 7 minutes past the waiting time. So, we'll finish this conversation when we get back.
Okay.
About 14, 15 minutes.
Okay.
See you all after the break.
Rumors heard from a little blackbird, the edges of a prophecy, the pieces I have learned. Said the daughter of the reaper has been searching for the keeper, and I fear she'll let me burn. Locked tied up in the tower on top of the domain of humanity, the godhood that I've earned. When you're holding on to majesty, you fear the hunt of travesty, the balance may return. When you're sinful to the bone and holy, and you've claimed yourself a throne, like me, wield power of your own making. God hunter's gonna hunt you down. If you're something more than flesh, asunder, and you've taken on the rest to end it, and she'll find you in a dream, tormented. God hunter's gonna hunt you down. We are confined to the depths of my mind, for what could be such a threat to me, the conqueror of time. Yet the whispers of a reckoning have kept the spirits beckoning to look upon my crime. Blood and war, when the world is no more. She's been watching for a century with hatred and with scorn. If you know the hunt is coming, then you hide or keep on running, 'cause she's slain the gods before. When you're sinful to the bone and holy, and you've claimed yourself a throne, like me, wield power of your own growing better thoughts. Dark gods, ladies of the night, tell the tales of a fright from a ghost of the future days. A holy crusade on the gods' decay to end of violent ways. Lost kings falling in the pits made the names on a list, and the hunt was going through. A price for the past when your name is lost, and the hunter comes for you. Of all the free, she has none left of me, and the loyal knights have passed with time. A god in a throne like to Paul alone, a kingdom I count mine. Dreams of her being from the washer unseen, everyone we shall come to take his due. The hate in your head, she has more, he said. The god hunter waits for you. When you're sinful to the bone and holy, and you've claimed yourself a throne, like me, a wield power of your own making. A god hunter's gonna hunt you down. If you're something more than flesh, ascended, and you've taken on the rest to earn it, and she'll find you in a dream, tormented. A god hunter's gonna hunt you down.
Aim high, swing hard, leave it out there, no regrets. My blood is in the water and the sharks are taking bets. They circle in, waiting for my final breath, but they won't see me drown. I hoist my sails for the treasure in the sea. The winds that blow behind me take me where I'm supposed to be. I'm raising hell for the ones who don't believe. Their words can't drag me down. When the wind rips the tide, I will sail, reach the other side. Let the storm roll on wild. I was born for this. I'm unsinkable. I'm unsinkable. I'm unsinkable. Yeah. Lightning strikes, calling demons from the deep. The thunder's throwing punches, trying to knock me off my feet. But I won't bow when their shadows cover me. My course is carved in stone. When the wind rips the tide, I will sail, reach the other side. Let the storm roll on wild. I was born for this. I'm unsinkable. I'm unsinkable. I'm unsinkable. inside. Let the storm roll on wild. I was born for this.
Welcome back, everyone.
Hey.
I'm sorry, I
Hello.
messed that up. It was 20.
All right, so let's get right back into it.
Right. Interrogation.
Non-violent interrogation.
As long as we're in the tavern, right? Me and my friend can go out back, can't we?
Whoa, 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 whoa. We don't need to do this.
You sure about that?
Yeah. I'm not gonna steal from you guys. I won't steal anything you guys don't want me to steal.
Let me ask you a question. What can you do for us?
Well, I'm a thief. And
Sounds like you're gonna steal from us at one point.
No comment?
yeah, I was gonna steal from you guys. But look, I didn't know who you guys were. I saw an opportunity. I took it. It's just that's just that simple. It's not anything personal. I don't have anything against you. It's not like I take the whole pouch. I just got a few handfuls of coins. It's nothing. It's not big. It's not a big deal.
Maybe not for Troxel, but a few copper can mean the life and death of you. You really do need to size your marks a little bit better.
I get it.
But I can work with that. And seeing that you're a newly religious man, praying to God that I don't do what I want to do in this fine establishment.
That you won't do.
By virtue of the kind proprietor, who, let's face it, has just saved your life. Or at least your hands. Let's talk business. We need more bodies. That's just it. We need war-worn bodies on our trip.
I can do that for you. I can help out. I'm really good at what I do. And the recent events not being in representation.
Because I'm not gonna lie. You didn't give me a vote of confidence when our lord over there decided to catch you.
Lyrian just kind of raises her hand real quick.
Lyrian, you know you can speak up, right? You don't, this isn't school. We're not in a classroom.
Hey, metagaming, there's no such thing as a classroom.
I mean, but there are schools.
There has to be a school of some sort.
Number one, they'd be exceedingly rare. Medieval times did not actually have many schools, so... Like, places you're gonna be seeing schools are probably more towards, like, the Enriquil Empire kind of concept.
That's fine. Grimshaw's still gonna make the joke.
Okay. My point was your characters probably wouldn't have even heard of one unless they've been in that location, or at least skirting it. But, regardless, she looks at Bernard and she says, "You don't know many of the laws here, do you?"
Not particularly.
She looks you dead in the eye. She says, "If you got caught in public stealing from someone, depending on who was doing the penalty, you could have had your hands cut off."
Like I was about to do. Only a little bit less friendly.
Oh, gotcha. My bad. Look. I'm new here. Where I'm from, it's not that big of a deal.
She nods, and then to further emphasize the point, she points to Troxel and goes, "He's a nobleman." Which means he had... No, what she's communicating to you is that he had the power to just order you to have your hands cut off immediately. And he didn't.
Yeah, that's... Thanks. I kind of misjudged the situation, but look. This could work out for our favor. We can help each other. I'm a thief. I'm an illusionist. I can help you guys get in a place you guys can't, and I can help you get away and hide. I'm good with that.
Well, we're supposed to be meeting another thief illusionist here somewhere along the lines.
Just remember, guys, the class terms are not typically used in the actual world. It's like you wouldn't be calling someone like a thief/illusionist, but.
Oh yeah, no, I know. But we had conversation with someone of that ilk. Gloam Stalker, or whatever they call him.
Not even close.
Well, there was a Varian who was the second in command.
That's the guy you're talking about.
Yes, that's the guy we're talking about. I didn't remember his name, so I'm sorry. True to character. What'd you say your name was, Short Stack?
Bernard.
Brendan, alright. Here we go.
Whatever you say, big guy.
Here's the deal. Work with us. I don't break your hands. Cross us. I break every bone in your body. Sound like a fair deal?
Yeah, that's a good deal. I can live with that deal.
I half want him to roll an insight check just to see if Grimshaw's lying. Just to find no, Grimshaw's not lying. He will break every bone in your body if you cross him. Alright. Grimshaw offers his right hand out to pick you off the table, basically.
Thanks. So
Consider it a deal.
Okay.
Consider it a deal. You can work with us rather than against us. Hey, Sealdrick.
Yeah?
We hear anything from our friends downstairs yet?
Well, according to... She kind of stares off at an empty space and goes, according to my friends, they're apparently waiting for us to leave outside.
Perfect timing.
Thank your friend for being such a good watchdog for us. I'll have to buy him a beer sometime.
It can't have a beer.
What can't have a beer? What are you talking about?
She sighs and she just goes like, I'm not gonna explain that to him. You guys can if you want.
Don't worry about it right now. It's a friend of a friend.
It's more entertaining to make him wonder what's going on.
Bernard is just staring in the corner. Okay, what?
You don't see anything, but goddamn, they're talking about something.
And I think the best part is like she kind of like chuckles a little bit as she's trying to find her humor again, because you have to remember, like, she's been alone because of this for like ages, and now she's with a group who does not care that she has this thing with her. So it's not only is it awkward, it's also relieving for her to be with company again.
Yeah.
So
no,
she's readjusting to this essentially.
Hang on. We'll find a way to get it a beer.
She just looks at you and goes, "It doesn't have a material form."
Then we'll have to make ethereal beer.
What?
Can I roll to see if I can guess what it is?
Oh, absolutely.
Bernard,
Yeah.
I don't want you to roll me D20. I want you to roll me D100.
Okay.
That's how difficult it's gonna be for you to try and figure this shit out.
This conversation is just great.
What'd you get?
That's 3.
You're not even. No, you're completely lost.
These two are having a conversation in what sounds like leet speak. And if anyone has ever tried to actually speak leet, you have no idea what's going on.
Oh.
That being said, we'll figure it out. Alright, shall we go join our friends outside then?
I'm
Probably
game if
should.
you are.
So what are we doing?
It's better if you learn as you go from this one.
Okay.
Let's just say the town hasn't been sleeping well, and we're here to figure out why.
Okay. Weird.
What, you don't strike me as someone who would save the town out of the kindness of my heart?
I have no comment to that.
No comment.
Takes one to know one.
Leg.
Alright, so you guys head outside, and as you guys are walking, you notice an individual tailing you. As they slowly get closer and closer until they're basically on you, and you hear them go. They basically give you directions, and they kind of lead you from the back off to the outskirt of town into a small rundown building, in which once you guys are all inside, she lifts her head up, revealing herself to be Ava. She looks at you and goes, "All right, who's the short stack?"
Good question. We found him on the side of the road, and let's just say he's trustworthy for right now.
She looks at Bernard, draws a
Ava.
dagger, holds it up to his neck, and goes, "I'll be the judge of that," and pulls it back again.
Ava, if he's not trustworthy, I've already promised to break every bone in his body.
She looks at you and goes, "I need to make sure that everything stays airtight."
That's fine. Do what you need to.
Oh, I will. Trust me, I will.
Stab him for all I care. We just met him.
Whoa!
Lyrian quickly stops that and goes like, "No, we're not stabbing anyone."
Oh man. This is like that episode of Dora the Explorer. Swipe or no swiping.
Gosh.
Grimshaw, no crushing. I mean, seriously, how many times have you stopped me from breaking someone's bones?
Well, she has something to report. Essentially, from what they, she talked to her friend, her companion, and he's on the side, like he's wanting to make a difference and change things up, get rid of the leader. Currently, they've temporarily moved their position from the mine shaft to the abandoned watchtower.
Where is that located?
She gives you the coordinates.
That's not on the path, is it?
No, it's off the path.
Okay.
She tells you that they are aware that you guys found, like, because they're aware that you found their hideout, they're going to be on guard now. Like, double time. So be careful
what
about
you're saying
that.
is don't go to the watchtower?
No, she's saying if you do go there, you better have a plan.
Okay.
Like, again, their goal is to get rid of this leader. They need your help to do that. They're giving you the most recent heads up.
How many people do you have on your side of the cause, as opposed to the mercenaries they have and whatnot?
She's like, just right now, me and Avarian.
I was hoping for at least 3.
I mean, I could try convincing the others, but as soon as they find out that I'm not dead, then they're going to be suspicious, and then, you know, snowball effect.
But they know Varian's not dead, right?
No, he's up. His presence is up in the air.
So he can go back, correct?
Suppose
His-
I guess, but he'd still have to come back with information about you. And on top of that, if he tries to convince everyone to turn against the leader, then that's going to cause them to turn on us.
Alright. Well, I wouldn't try and convince people. Just so little dissent. Is the leader really having the best interest in heart?
We don't have
Don't do
time
it.
for that, though.
We do. Unfortunately, we have to. There's no time. We can't just run into a doubled down fortress of people. There's only 5 of us.
She looks at you and she goes, "They're speeding up experiments."
Okay. Speeding up experiments leads to failure, as that usually happens. That being said, we can't have them create failures. Can't have them create success either, but this is... How many are we talking at this place?
There's the overseer, who's a magic caster.
1.
Magic caster always has a Nephilim warrior at his side to protect him.
2.
There's a male human magic caster. He's only a starter, so he honestly he'd probably just surrender before he even attacked him.
3.
A male Nolan warrior, a female halfling thief, a female halfling a female hill dwarf fighter. You guys, I think you guys fought her temporarily.
And the Nolan.
And the Nolan. Oh no, you fought a human fighter. My bad. You fought one of the human fighters. So there's 2 female human fighters, 1 merc, 1 KOR.
9.
Half-orc thief.
10.
And then she hasn't seen him recently, but there's also an assassin.
11. So we're talking 2-to-1 odds here. In a fortified position. With potentially 2 illusionists, a magic caster.
At that, she blinks and goes, "Wait a minute. What do you mean 2 illusionists?"
Well, I can assume that Avarian was an illusionist.
Yeah, I told you he dabbles in illusions. Who else are you talking about?
Brendan here.
She looks over at Bernard. Screw you.
The name is sticking.
No, it's not. She looks over at Bernard, confused, and goes, "You half pint?"
Hey, he goes by Short Stack. Or Brendan.
I shrugged.
We have a chance at winning this. But we're gonna have to utilize every bit of magic we have. I'm talking sleep. I'm talking charm person, things like that. Anything we can do to circumvent combat.
I see in my, like, when, as Grimshell is talking, I see in my head when he says we need as much magic as we can, him just shuddering at the thought.
Oh yeah, no. But he understands the idea behind it. Like, he understands that this going into this is going to be a losing battle if they just charge in.
Mm-hmm. But
he's like, we need the magic. And if anyone can get it done, it's those two illusionists. Hypnosis, spells, whatever you got. What do you guys got that can help us?
Okay.
I have a couple of things.
Oh gosh.
Wait, wait, hang on. What? I thought you. What?
Who are you talking to?
Wait, you can twiddle fingers too?
Sometimes.
What kind of twiddly fingers do you have?
I can charm people.
Am I just walking around with a bunch of twiddle fingers?
Get done, Bill. Okay, so she tells you that she, like, again, like I told you before, she's essentially a higher level thief. So she's really good at sneaking in, getting recon, unlocking doors, that kind of thing.
How's your ribs, by the way?
It's like, well, fine, after he healed him.
Just making sure. I was gonna say, if we need to, we can get you healed more. Can't have anyone going into this at less than their full.
Agreed, you hear, as Avarian joins you inside.
Ah, Mr. Cancer, good to see you.
You see his rapier at his side as he walks in. He just kind of, like, looks at you guys and goes, well, this is certainly awkward after we fought earlier.
You could say that.
Yes, you were a class act.
It's nice to see my work is appreciated. Especially by your enemies.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
He's like, oh, trust me, I definitely respect the beating you put down on my allies.
Wish it didn't come to that sometimes.
Really? Because you seem to enjoy it.
Oh, I do enjoy it. Oh, don't get me wrong, I thoroughly enjoy beating people down. But there are times where words or the exchange of money can aptly displace a solid beating.
He just kind of gives a grunt to that. All right.
Right now.
Well, regardless, you asked what we're capable of. I'm capable of illusion magic. I'm also a capable fighter in my own right.
As seen by your little girly piece of a sword. Your little pokey stick there. I mean, you could do a number with that against a normal foe, but you literally went up against probably your worst enemy there. You can't hit that thing. I swear to God, that pig is faster than God.
He's like, oh no, yes, I'm very much aware. That's why I didn't go up against him.
That pig is fast. I don't know how, but that pig is fast. And apparently he's got twiddle fingers.
Sometimes.
I digress. Any way we can cut, if there's a way we can get in to cut the head off the snake without dealing with the brunt of the force. We got what? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people against 11. Assuming we can get in there and take out the head of the snake before the fight even starts, they're gonna crumple. Less fighting is always good for business, right?
So he tells you he has a couple of spells that can help. But before he says anything, he looks over at Bernard and says, "But I want to know what you're capable of."
Okay. Well,
He drops your backpack in front of you and says, "I believe your spell books are in here."
Yeah. There. Thank you.
Show us them twiddle fingers you've got.
Okay, I have invisible, mirror image, duplicate, full senses, hypnotic patterns, detect illusion, blindness, fog cloud, and audible glamour. Those are the only ones I got slotted right now. I know a lot more than that.
He looks over at the group and says, "If your friend here decides to use hypnotic pattern, don't look at the hypnotic pattern, or you'll get caught up in it too."
I mean, that makes sense. But we got other things we gotta worry about.
Ava looks at Lorsan and goes, "What other spells do you have besides Charm Person?"
I have cast iron.
They just give you a deadpan look before looking back at Lorsan.
Let's see. I have invisibility, a mirror image, change self. I have puppet. You already know charm person. Void bolt.
Are you telling this to everyone?
I'm telling it to the person who asked. So.
Okay, because if you say Void Bolt, that immediately tells them what class you are, because only one class has that.
Assuming you have that knowledge.
Well, in the cave, they saw me cast it,
That is true, actually. Yeah.
so they already know I have it.
So everyone who didn't know that she was one of her classes is a warlock, go ahead and roll an intelligence check to see if you can figure that out.
Intelligence is D20, right?
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
19.
15.
Grimshaw is still none the wiser. He just thinks she can twiddle her fingers and make magic things happen.
Troxel and Bernard, you figured it out. She is part warlock. And every warlock has a patron.
I'm not telling you.
They didn't ask yet. It's just that they figured out what class you are. Oh, this guy figured it out, though. He's like, uh-huh.
How?
What do you mean, how?
You did say Void Bolt.
Oh, well, I thought you were talking about what patron.
No, he found out that you're a warlock, though.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So he's just kind of like, nods and goes, all right. So if you're able to puppet one of the more dangerous individuals, then that would definitely help out.
Oh, okay. And I just want to know, are we storming a castle? Because I don't know. I thought we were just stealing some stuff or breaking.
Ava looks over you and goes, "We're trying to take out our leader right now, and he's holed up in a watchtower. It's not too big, but because they control the defenses, it can be a little bit difficult, especially if they start dropping rocks on us."
Tell you what, though. As long as you focus on getting me and Lorsan through the front door and Droxel, I'll do the hard bit.
I can live with that.
Man, I wish this place had mead.
So
You see Ava go like, amen to that. That was the one drawback I had with this.
One? You seemed to have a lot when we were having a conversation earlier, but...
Well, yeah, with the general situation, but like when this started, that was my biggest concern at the time.
Yeah, well, we're about to solve all that problem. I promise. And hopefully, the Knights of Reckoning and I can come to an understanding.
Bernard, roll history check to see if you recognize the not just a straight intelligence check for Knights of Reckoning. Wait, what am I talking about? You never heard of them. Never mind.
Yeah, he's not a part of this area.
And he just got here. I have to remember that. He hasn't had enough time to hear any rumors.
Yeah, he got here and immediately went for the wrong group of people. It's fantastic. It's like, this unsuspecting bumpkin group led by a noble seems like a great idea to attack. I love it.
So, think we can get us in close enough? I hear fog to cover our approach from most of the ramparts.
They warn you that if you do it too quickly, if you use fog too quickly, it'll just give you away.
No, we just have to roll it in and have it concentrated on long enough that.
Yeah, that's what they're talking. That's what they mean.
Yeah, make it look like it's a natural fog rolling in. The next goal will be getting the puppet. We don't know. I mean, do we know which one is the most dangerous to go after? I'd assume one of the warriors.
Which tells you there's 3 to watch out for. There's the leader, who's the strongest spellcaster there. There's the Nephilim warrior, and then there's the assassin. But the assassin's always out of sight, so they never know where he is.
Alright, so I'll target the leader.
I mean, we're trying. I mean, if you could pump the leader and make him cut his own throat, that'd be great. But I don't think you're going to be able to pull that off.
Yeah. This is out of character method, not in character, but Puppet doesn't allow for that exact control. Like that level of control, at least.
It does allow us to open doors and stuff like that. So we gotta.
She'd have to roll a check to get the door open. Like that's how minimal control she has over the body.
I mean, that is fine. We can make this work. Puppet allows us to circumvent one dangerous character.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm assuming you probably have to see the person, right?
Yeah.
2, hypnotic pattern. We're gonna want to try and get in the biggest group possible, correct?
Yeah.
Which means that it's our trump card when we're in the main room. Which means we need a code word when you're about to cast it. Got anything in mind?
Well,
Anything you want to blurt out before you cast hypnotic pattern?
oh, well, eyes up.
Actually, that works. Eyes up works. It'll let everyone else know that you're about to cast it, and we can avert gaze. Other than that, I can't see too much problems. When's the earliest we can attack?
They mentioned that you could probably try doing it tonight.
Okay, so it's morning right now, or is it midday?
Midday.
Does anyone have a check weather spell?
Nope.
No.
Does anyone know the weather for tonight?
No. No one knows the weather. You don't have the newscast channel.
No, but you have sky callers. Usually, they'd be able to at least guess what the weather would be.
Your best guess, your best bet at that point would be to visit a druid.
We're not gonna find a druid this far into the sticks. Are you kidding me?
This far into the
just
sticks in
point
the
out
middle of
one
a
thing.
woods? Nah, we're not gonna
Right.
find a druid out here.
I used my web spell, which would be very helpful.
It will be very helpful. You can. We're also going to rest right now to be ready for the fight. So you'll have a long rest to regenerate your spells.
Okay, that's the way it works. I can do that.
We're going to make sure it happens that way, so we're all 100% for this fight. I think I said that before. All right. Anyone else have anything to add, or is this just me postulating on how we probably have like a 75% chance of this thing going good?
Lyrian speaks
Anyone
up. Lyrian speaks up and says, "Should I stay back here?"
That's a question only you can answer, Larian.
I think you should come with us, Lyrian. You can stick right by my side.
Okay.
I mean, Larian, what makes you think you should stay back?
You see her just kind of like squirm a little bit and goes, "I don't really think I'm suitable for combat."
Well, what spells do you have?
She already told you the spells, but
Yeah, but I mean, what spells do you think are useful in this situation? Because charm
Characters,
person
here we
can
go.
be useful.
Charm person, hold person, I heard. There's a lot of spells that she said that were useful. And we're not looking for combat.
she's less so talking about combat and more so just talking about her being young. You can very clearly see that she's had an impression put onto her that she's too young for this kind of stuff, and so that's kind of like what's bugging her. She's feeling like she shouldn't belong here.
Let me ask you this, Larian. How long do you plan on keeping yourself away from?
Away from what?
Away from the truth of the world. The world is dark. Sometimes you need to do these things. It's just a matter of who does it first. History's always gonna write the victors as the good guys, regardless of whether you were good or not. Do you want to sit by and just be the person writing the history, or do you want to be a part of the history?
Roll a charisma check for me with a plus 25.
That's 63 or 68, sorry.
You succeed. She takes a deep breath, lets it out with a little bit of a shaky breath. You kind of like see her shiver for a second, and then she goes, "Okay, I'll do my best."
That's all anyone can ask for.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, anyone else got anything to add besides Lyrian's momentary lapse of judgment?
Well, they already know that we're probably gonna go to the watchtower where they're at.
No, they don't. They're prepared for an attack, but they don't know you're going there. For all they know, you have no reason to believe that they're there.
Correct. We do still have the element of surprise, but we still gotta make it
look like a surprise. An unnatural fog, thick as it is the blizzard from Dairy Queen. Quick jaunt up to the door. Take out the guys nice and quick, like probably using a sap or something or other, trying to knock them out so we can get in nice and quick and quiet, like. Let's do this less blood the better. I really only feel like breaking one set of bones today.
We can do that.
If we can clear the way up to the front door, get in and start moving in quietly, I think that would be our best bet. Also, why am I the one doing the planning?
Ava's just like, oh no, we're gonna be helping too. We just wanted to hear what you had to say. You seem to be on a roll. And she's being sarcastic when she says that.
Yeah, well, what plan you got? I'm all ears at this point.
She looks over at Avarian. Let me give me 1 second. Varian tells you that if things get bad, he can pull up pull up the spell Darkness 15-foot radius. He has the spell Fool Senses as well, so he can, if you guys want him to, he can use that to make the leader view friends as enemies and enemies as friends. It wouldn't affect his hearing, it would only affect his sight.
I mean, that would be pretty useful.
He has improved Phantasmal Force. He has invisibility. These are all tier 2 spells. His tier 1 spells are a little bit different. He has invisible objects, so you can hide something from them. Sound barrier, which allows you to block out sound in a small area. Most of the useful spells in this instance will be tier 2. Tier 1 for Phantasmal Force.
I have a question about that hide object spell.
No, invisible objects.
Invisible object.
Yes.
What are the limitations on the invisible object? Like, what can't you hide with it?
Let me pull up the spell.
Grimshaw is genuinely thinking, somebody hide Grimshaw using that spell.
No, that would be invisibility. Invisible object is a like an inanimate object. Spell can affect between one solid object or a mass equal to 100 pounds worth. It does not lose the smell or sound it creates. And the object will remain invisible until the spell is magically broken or dispelled, or the illusionist or other recipient cancels it. Should the object be used to attack with, however, the spell will dissipate, and the object in question will be within perfect view once more. So yeah, non-living creatures.
Okay. Had to make sure. Grimshaw wouldn't have known that.
Yeah.
Grimshaw's thought was, let's make it Grimshaw invisible and just have him walk through the front door.
Yeah, no, at that point you just want someone to cast invisibility on you. You could do that.
Theoretically, yes. Because we know at this point, Grimshaw is going to be the one to basically take out the head of the snake, because that's what Grimshaw does best. But we need to get through to the front door. Through the door. And I think, honestly, I'm not on a roll here. Somebody take the reins from me, please. Somebody.
Yeah, I'm working on it. So they're going to take your thought process and they're going to add a few things to it. So, for example, if they cast invisibility on Grimshaw, and the Avarian returns to them, pretending like he's still on their side, the two of you can get in good positions, is what he's saying. Let's see here. Additionally, no, that wouldn't work actually. Let me look here.
That leaves something to be desired as well, though, because now you're thinking that it's going to be you and me in good position and the rest of our team outside the door. You're either going to have our whole team split up, or... And again, the only other person down there who's going to be able to take a hit is Lorsan.
He looks at you and goes, remember, our goal is to kill off the leader. If we can do that, the two of us can try to convince the others. We just need someone to hold them off a little bit.
What does he look like?
His name is Vero Moores, and he is essentially a male high elf, a male high half elf.
I don't understand. What is a high hat elf?
High elf.
That's a high elf that's half human.
Yeah.
Oh, high.
A high elf.
Half. Okay, got it.
A half-baked elf.
They tell you that I'm trying to think how to explain this. Shoot. They tell you the biggest threat that you're going to be facing is the assassin, because once again, they don't know exactly where he is. He keeps hidden at all times. It's only if he's directly called and he's reporting do they actually ever see him, and that's very rare.
Is there a way to fake a report that you can think of that would draw the assassin into the open? That would require Senor whatever, that half-elf bullshit thing, to want him to come in to give an order to the assassin.
He said if you found someone who's good with forgery, then yeah, it's possible. But they don't. Neither he nor Bernard has the spell that's required to do that. That'll be illusionary script. And CLJ points out, like, we did find the Thieves Guild.
We could use the Thieves Guild for that.
What shape is the watchtower? Is it circular or
circular?
Rectangular?
It's circular.
I'm guessing the leader would be at the very top of the watchtower, right?
Yeah.
Sealdre, can you get a message to the Thieves Guild for us?
She nods.
Tell them that we can solve the sleep problem, and thus start a good business for them. They give us a nice forgery. If they need monetary, tell them after we're done at this, after we're done with our instance of business here, I'll be willing to pay them.
She lets you know ahead of time they're gonna want a down payment.
Oh, I know. What do you think the down payment's gonna be?
She's like, well, they'll charge for work like this under, sleep depravity, rush job, and whatever else I can come up with. So, at minimum, down payment might be like 5 silver.
Pull out a gold piece and I'm like, get it done twice as fast then.
She just kind of stares at the gold piece for a moment, and she's just like, do you have enough to back this up?
Oh, we will.
Shrugs, runs off.
Well, since we know that the leader is gonna be at the very top of the tower, is it possible we can climb it? That way we don't have to fight all the guys and fight our way up?
Yeah, ideally climbing a tower is a bad idea.
Well, we have a thief here.
We have a thief here, yes. Climbing a tower is still a very bad idea. No offense. It's good on paper. But they're made to see down. You're gonna look over the edge of that thing, you're gonna go, oh look, a thief. Hot oil. Bye, thief.
Well, what if I... I mean, that's true, but,
I can
mean,
cast.
I can cast invisibility on him.
I got invisibility myself.
Okay, then he can cast it on himself.
Then, alright, so... If we get, what, 3 people with invisibility, why bother going up when we could just go in the front door? Why risk falling off the side of the building when we could just invisible ourselves straight through the door?
So, how high is the tower?
It's
Tall
got
enough to
it's
be a watchtower.
yeah. It's got it's got the first story, the second story, and then the roof.
3 stories.
For 3 stories, that's a painful fall.
Alright.
That's a
I
painful
think we
fall.
should
that
just go in the front door, in the door, and work our way up the tower, and hope that all of those people are not in one room. We can take them.
Grimshaw,
Yes.
you hear something emanating from behind you. Food. I'm hungry.
What are you hungry for this time?
Oh, a backpack. Do you want to eat a person?
Want to see a dead body?
Do I hear that?
No, you do not.
Okay.
Okay, hold on a second. Alright. I'm hungry for goblins.
So, real quick question. You've been around here a lot recently, right?
Yeah?
Do you know if there's any goblins around here?
The two of them look back at each other and then look at you and go like, what?
Just, again, random question. I have a friend I gotta take home a lucky charm made out of goblins for, right? I just
Can
need
we talk
goblin-
about this after?
I mean, it could net us some good information. Or help.
You're gonna elaborate on that later. Let's start with focusing on this.
I mean, I could elaborate right now. You could throw it on the table right now. We could lay everything out on the table right now. You want to do that?
By all means.
Take the backpack off, and I put the backpack on the table. And I'm like, this is what I'm talking about.
They look at the backpack and they're like, they moved to open it. They opened the backpack and then Bernard, you see the two of the, like you see Ava scream and jump back, and you see Avarian draw his rapier and point at the backpack.
Hey, that's my friend right there. You leave him alone.
What is it?
The backpack, the opening of the backpack, it kind of like opens up even further, showing you some teeth inside as the backpack goes, hello.
Is your backpack a mimic?
Yes. Glad we're all on the same page now. Put your rapier away. He's friendly. That's why I need the goblin flesh. Right there.
I'm sorry, you said a friendly mimic?
Did he stutter?
How long have we been talking while I've had that thing on my back?
They're good at waiting.
Friend, did you have any intention to eat me whatsoever?
No intention, but I was starting to get pretty hungry.
No intention. Yes, we're gonna try and find. We're trying to find food for you. We're trying to get goblin.
Why are you feeding a mimic?
Why wouldn't you?
Because every time I've encountered one, it's tried to eat me.
You've encountered some pretty dumb mimics. This one's sentient. This one talks. This one gives information. This one knows how to trade.
Wait a second. How does it give how do you give information? I just kind of listen and watch.
Speaks.
Oh, so rumors? No. I move around. I see. I listen. And then I beg for food.
And then he sells those rumors for, at this point, goblin.
I'm gonna roll something for the two of them. Ava shakes her head and just kind of walks out.
Look.
Avarian is like staring at it for a hot minute before he slowly sheaths his rapier.
Look, if it was gonna attack you, it would have attacked me a long time ago. This thing's been on my... He's been with us for a while.
You're gonna have to forgive me for being
I do
shocked,
forgive
to
you.
say the least.
By all means, be shocked. I was shocked when that thing woke me up. Remember, he came to me in my camp, and instead of eating me, asked for deer.
He's like, what do you... No, he looks at you and says, what do you mean remember? I never knew about that.
I was talking to the chest. I'm like, he came to me first.
This is too weird. Oh my gosh.
Oh, you're telling me that you want to talk about like a mimic coming up to you, and instead of just straight up devouring you, just kind of like, yeah, fam, let's make a symbiotic relationship here. I love it. This thing is this friend of mine is brilliant.
You guys are suicidal. That's the only answer to this. You're suicidal.
How?
Well, for starters, you were planning to go to a haunted mansion, and now you're walking around with a mimic, believing it won't betray you as soon as it gets hungry and start devouring your faces.
Well, let me ask you this: how is that any different than living in nobility?
Roll a charisma check.
That is a 94.
Cool.
You beat him by 2.
Wow.
You say that, and he can't help but crack up at that. Just like, all right, I'll give you that one.
I just like how the fact that Grimshaw's making all these allegations, knowing full well what he is.
Yep.
Well, like, he's sitting here now, like, just like shaking his head, like holding his face, going like, all right. I'm gonna say you're the strangest group that I've ever encountered in my entire life.
Isn't that the best part of living, though? Now you get a good story to tell your kids when you finish this whole ordeal here, right?
He sighs and goes, as long as that good story ends with the king falling dead. Bernard, this is the first time you're hearing about this.
Whoa, wait, you're... What?
Here. Now tell me more about why this king needs to be deposed in the first place.
Let's focus on this issue, and then we can talk after that.
Agreed. Again. Goblins, or do we gotta give him, like, rabbit or something again? Because I really don't want to give him rabbit again. He got rabbit last time, he wasn't really too happy with us.
I mean, we could always throw him at one of the people that were in the
That's
watchtower.
in 8 hours. He ain't gonna wait 8 hours for that. I mean, I would love to throw him at another person.
Look,
But
if you want goblins, hunting them's going to be about a day and a half.
can't do that. Goblins yet? No. There's deer around here, right?
Kind of nods and goes, yeah.
Can we get a deer? You'll eat a whole deer. We don't need any more information right now.
I'll see what I can do.
Please.
Lyrian kind of speaks up and goes, question about the goblins.
Answer about the goblins.
She asks why they haven't really seen many goblins in this region.
Oh, I could not tell you that answer.
Avarian just kind of like says, I can.
Why?
It's because those are basically the only thing the dragon living in the region hunts.
Oh.
Oh, good.
Is a dragon here now?
Oh, it's
There
been here.
was-
It's been here for many, many years, but it stays out of everyone's business.
Well, let me tell you, it used to live here. I've got a fun story to tell you. That dragon doesn't live here anymore.
What are you
Is it
talking
red?
about?
Remember, Lord Sam, we were walking, and we saw that dragon come out of that roost
Yep.
a little ways back towards the watchtower on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Get completely devoured by that rock.
Yep.
What kind of dragon was it?
It was. Hold on.
It was red when the rock was done with it.
Yeah, it was red.
No, not the same dragon.
Not the same dragon?
No,
What dragon are we talking about here?
an orichalcum dragon.
Eh?
Sea metal. I'd very much like to see that.
No, you wouldn't. Not up close,
I mean-
anyways.
Well, would I know the difference between dragons and stuff like that?
You'd want to roll a monster check.
Yeah.
Monster lore check.
If you show proper respect to a dragon, they'll probably show the proper respect back to you, right?
This one is more recluse than others. We haven't really been able to discern why, but what'd you roll?
13.
Yeah, no, you don't know the difference.
Okay.
We believe we have a general idea as to where it's living, but beyond that,
I'll have to go visit it one day when we're older.
at any rate, so just to go over the plan again, so far what I'm hearing the plan is to use an obscuring cloud to grant cover for those getting in close.
Mm-hmm.
Invisibility placed on Grimshaw so he can get inside, as well as Avarian, who can go in there and pretend to still be part of them. All so that they can assassinate the leader and hold back everyone while the two try to convince them to chill. Unless anyone has better ideas.
Shit, what do you need me to do? Like, okay, I got.
I mean, we got another. If we got 2 more invisibility spells, we can get a whole crowd in, and then convincing would probably be a lot easier.
Well, my invisible spell only works on me.
That's fine.
Lyrian looks over at Bernard and says, "You have invisibility too, right?
Yeah.
Could you cast invisibility on me so I could go to Grimshaw?"
Yeah, I can do that.
She looks over at Grimshaw and she says, "I have a spell that might help you. If it comes to fighting and intimidation."
You see? You thought you weren't ready for this, but then now you're already thinking of how to make this easier.
She kind of blushes a little bit, kind of looks
I'm
away.
proud of you.
Avarian's going to roll an intelligence check to try and determine whether or not you're being condescending or not. You roll a 15.
What's that mean? Does he see it or not? Or...
Are you trying to hide it, or?
He senses some condescending, but like there is
truth to what he says.
So kind of like saying it with humor.
Yes. I'm proud of you. All right. So,
I feel like if Grimshaw like catches his look, he just kind of looks to go he would probably actually no.
he just winks at him.
No. He says in Dwarvish. Yes, he knows your language. He says in Dwarvish, "You're a real jackass sometime, aren't you?"
He just returns with Dwarvish for fuck yeah, I am.
Remember, easy on the F-bombs.
I know, that was the first one.
Okay, but yeah. Yes, everyone. Other languages exist other than Common. They're great for communicating things you don't want other people to hear.
Like communicating in another language in real life. Alright, so we have our plan. Let's see if we can get a deer for, Bagler here.
Bagler?
That's not his actual luggage. Look, we gotta come up with an actual name for him at one point. And we can't let Grimshaw name him because Grimshaw is just gonna name him like the most like mundane thing possible. Like Jeff.
Are you guys heading outside at this point?
Yeah, I think we're at this point we should start preparing.
Grimshaw.
Yes.
Does a... Hold on a second, let me double check this real quick.
I have a 4 for AC.
Okay.
Are we being attacked? Please tell me we're being attacked. This would be very entertaining for Grimshaw if we're being attacked.
An arrow just misses your head.
Where from?
From the forest. You're in the outskirts of town, so keep that in mind.
Okay. I cast a mirror image.
That only works on you.
Okay.
He's hedging his own bets. They're after me.
Alright.
Alright.
Can I see the person with my infravision?
Actually, that's a good point. Roll intelligence check to see if you can perceive them.
That's an 11.
You can barely make out some among the foliage in a tree.
Okay. Can I dash after them?
Yes, you can.
Better question. So I know they're already after me at this point because God for freaking bid, they're afraid of me. How strong is the door we just walked out? Like how
Not
sturdy
strong
is
at all.
that? Strong enough that I can get it off the hinges.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna get it off the hinges and just turn it into a Mancati.
A what?
It's basically like a rolling shield.
Oh.
I'm good. Can I, are they, how are they, have they run away yet?
They have not run away. They're in a tree, and Lorsan's rushing up at them.
I can sprint up to 32 feet.
Fast
I will,
pick.
They're not getting away from me.
can I, are they close enough for me to cast, darkness on them?
Ooh, that's a good one. Although that would
They're too far for that. And again, they're up in a tree.
What about blindness?
Too far away from up in a tree. They're high up. Your range is not going to hit them. Lorsan, what's your AC?
Yep.
What's your AC?
What's your act, Lorsan?
Lorsan just froze.
No. No,
She
she's
looks
fighting
good
for thumb.
frozen.
Better than me. No!
Never mind, I'm looking at this and she did get hit.
You.
Well, I got my crossbow back, so can I shoot back?
You can attempt. Yeah, her screen went black again, so she's coming back.
You got what I need.
Okay, I'm gonna attempt to shoot back.
You'll have a -5 to the penalty, or -5 to the roll.
What were we asking?
Never mind, I figured it out. So you do get hit by the arrow shot, despite your AC.
From my 2 AC?
Yeah.
Okay. How much damage?
They rolled a 6.
6 damage, okay.
I rolled a 4.
Yeah, your arrow like falls and hits the mid-ground between you and the tree.
Just get behind Grimshaw and follow the Mancati as
Okay.
we slowly get closer.
I'll
Can I-
Can't shoot us.
cast
Can I
fog
shoot at them with my bow?
You can shoot at them, yeah.
Okay. I have a longbow.
All right.
I'll
Roll to hit.
Cast fog cloud on us.
One person at a time.
Sorry.
Is that a 15?
You said 15,
Uh-huh.
and that's with the penalty or without the penalty?
What do you mean with penalty?
Penalty is 5,
You-
-5.
Wait, isn't
Why is it
Lorsan
-5?
closer? Isn't Lorsan a lot closer though? Or is this a cover penalty?
It's cover penalty.
Okay, so it is
Oh.
-5.
-5, it would be 10 then.
All right, so you fail to hit them. You also see them lowering their like putting their bow away. We're not putting their bow away, but they're directing their attention from you back to Grimshaw over there.
Okay.
Hope they got weighted arrows, because otherwise they're probably not going to be able to hit me.
Troxel, you're gonna do anything?
Yes, I am. I'm going to come up to Lorsan, and I'm going to try and use my one segment.
Okay, well, first of all, you have to catch up to Lorsan. He's a pretty good ways away.
How far?
Yeah,
I would say about at least 50 feet from where you are right now. At least.
Okay, I'll double move to Lorsan.
yeah, I was going to say, Lorsan can run.
So you guys catch up with Lorsan then?
I did.
All right. Lorsan,
Yep.
are you setting another arrow, or are you just waiting? Like, what are we doing here?
Would Unseen Servant be able to pull him out of the tree?
What?
Would Unseen Servant be able to pull him out of the tree?
No. No.
Void Bolt.
I do have Void Bolt. Alright, well, would I be able to see him well enough to cast it? Cast
Yes.
Void Bolt on him?
Yes, you could.
Okay.
I want you to roll me a con check real quick.
No, you've been poisoned.
Uh, 13 plus 1, so 14.
All right. It's not enough to affect your attack, but you do notice your vision getting blurry. You have been poisoned.
Okay. Well, I'm still gonna smite him out of that tree.
Roll the hit.
$14.
AC is... that probably hit. What level warlock are you again?
Level
Never mind, that hits regardless.
3. Level 3.
That hits regardless. Roll damage.
Four damage.
All right. You knock them from their little perch, but they very quickly grab onto another branch, keeping themselves from falling down. You can see them a little bit better now. They're completely, totally cloaked. So yeah, you're basically seeing a very cloaked figure, and it looks like they're it's just a cloaked figure.
It's probably the assassin they were talking about.
Most likely using poison.
Yeah, speaking of which, Grimshaw, you watch as Lorsan's starting to stumble a little bit as you guys get closer.
Oh, I'm gonna basically position myself between Lorsan and the guy, just so Lorsan can't get hit by another arrow at this point.
Mm-hmm.
The second I get a chance to, though, the second he hits that ground, I'm rushing him.
Who's hiding behind the makeshift shield that Grimshaw has?
I guess
Right
that would be me.
Right now, it should be if Tom's up there with Tom went up to a Lorsan,
Mm-hmm.
so it'd be me, Tom, and Lorsan.
And Bernard, I think Bernard went with you.
Oh yeah, yeah. So
the question is anyone poking out the sides of it?
Probably me.
Not
I'm 6 feet
intentionally.
tall.
What?
There could be overlap, yeah, because it's only a door.
That's what I'm saying. Who's on the side?
Grimshaw's totally covered. Grimshaw knows that Lorsan just got hit, so Lorsan would need be the one to cover the most. So he'd probably try and get there first, and then whoever comes up behind would probably be poking out a little bit more.
are we now that we're closer? Do I have a better chance of hitting with the crossbow?
You want to try?
Yeah, sure.
All right, roll with a -3. As he lifts himself back onto his perch.
3.
Alright, so you shoot the tree, and he shoots to the ground beside you. As he draws another arrow.
Anyone got any antidote?
So is he using a bow or just?
He's using a composite bow.
Composite?
Composite.
Composite, okay, whatever.
Composite.
It's English language, it changes the rules with like every word.
Yeah.
Sadly, I did not have an antidote on me.
Yeah, Lorsan's dying.
Drox, are you up for anything? You got anything on you? Any way to
I'm gonna heal her with cellular adjustment. While
If
my
only
friend
someone
can-
had the
that's-
healing proficiency.
Yeah, I got, I got it. I got the
Well,
healing
then go get the work.
Okay, that's what I'm doing. That's
Roll a proficiency. Yeah, roll a proficiency.
It's a D100, right?
D100 or D20, whichever you prefer.
Just not D's nuts.
16.
Percent?
Yeah.
Okay, so...
No, I rolled a 16, D20.
Okay, so then no, that fails.
Okay.
Can I try and roll healing?
You can, but it's gonna be at a penalty of +2. Because you're currently feeling the effects of the poison.
It's worthwhile.
Quick, someone suck the poison out of his arm.
Nope, this is 34.
Where's it gonna die here?
Yeah.
And in my segments, I'll do 6 segments worth of 1 hit point of healing. At normal cost, so Lorsan should get back 6 hit points of hit point damage.
Okay.
How many times can I retry it with the healing?
Once per person.
Once per
Once per incident, basically.
And Christian, how much does that cost to do that healing like I just did it?
If you're doing it per segment, it's double the cost. So if it was 6, then it'd be 12 points.
Okay, got it.
The assassin, by the way, is jumping from one tree to another now.
And Grimshaw's just making sure he stays in between.
I'm gonna cast fog cloud on us. So
That's fine. He's the assassin's moving away from you guys.
Okay, so
He's using the
it's
fact
not-
that you guys are
okay.
trying to take care of Lorsan as an opportunity to get out of there.
See if you can get him in the foot.
I'll try him with my blowgun. No, that's nice. Nothing bad.
Can I try and shoot him again?
Lorsan as his last ditch effort to do something important.
I tried and just got shot with a poison.
Hold on a second. Lyrian's going to rush up, and she looks at... Lyrian's going to rush up and try and do some medic... Oh my gosh. So Lyrian doesn't know shit about medical stuff, so... So she's going to instead look up at the assassin trying to get away. Oops, that's not what I wanted. And she's going to cast Magic Missile.
Magic missile works too.
Okay, I can try healing also.
All right, you go ahead and do that.
Because it's not trained.
Well, did the thieves not know healing?
The thieves aren't... Well, the thief had already left. The illusionist kind of disappeared from sight as soon as the fight started.
Okay. Never mind.
Which is good because we can't be seen together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was the whole point. But I will say this: Lyrian cast Magic Missile on the branch that he leaped to grab.
I'm rushing it.
He falls and he tries to catch branches, but it slows his fall, but it doesn't stop him from hitting the ground. So he gets a bit of damage from that.
He's on the ground now, right?
Yep.
I can outrun him.
Grimspell smash.
I rolled a 20% on healing with my wisdom bonus. A 10% if the wisdom bonus is negative.
What'd you roll again?
I rolled a natural 3 on my 20-sided die, and I have a +1 wisdom bonus.
That succeeds then. So, Troxel, you managed to stop the poison, and so Lorsan, you're essentially at half health at this point, and he's trying to help get the poison out, or at least to stabilize you.
Thank you.
And Grimshaw's gone.
Yeah, Grimshaw's bolted for him.
Grimshaw heard a thud, and he's like, that's the happiest sound he's ever heard.
I will say, the guy gets up in time for you, in time to be able to start running from you. And he's sprinting, like, you're both at full sprint at this point. He's going to pull a dagger and try throwing it at you while he's running, so. Ow, no, yeah, that dagger's gone.
Yeah, so are his knees now. Can I take a swing at his knees?
First, roll me the running proficiency. Well, he rolls it too. Oh, Lord.
That's a low roll I want, right?
Yeah.
5.
You said 5? So, the running proficiency is a con. So, what's your bonus for con?
2, so 3.
Damn. Your bonus for con is 2?
Yes.
Okay, so your chance of success is 1 to 4 then, not 1 to 5.
On a 6-sided die?
You're gonna have to do something to get him to slow down or get interrupted.
I still have the backpack on me, don't I?
You want to throw him?
Backpack launch.
Roll a dex check. Actually, no. Roll to hit. Roll to hit.
Just hurling the backpack and all he sees
With
is
it, roll to hit with a -2.
14.
Said 14.
Backpack, yes, backpack go yeet.
backpack. It
doesn't bite him, but it does grab onto his clothing, which throws him off a bit, makes him stumble, and Grimshaw is able to catch up with him.
Go boy.
Sniff, snore from here for your knees.
Roll to hit.
Oh, this is where he loses his knees. Oh no. He has no more knees.
What'd you roll?
That's a nat 20.
Oh!
Sniff, snore if I'm taking your knees.
Ow.
That's how he reacts. I would figure he'd be screaming.
No. He screams.
You just hear in the forest somebody screaming, and you know it's not Grimshaw.
Oh, good, he got him.
Alright, this dude's on the ground.
Alright, I'm gonna tell you this right now. The damage I rolled was a 7. I had +9.
Oh.
I did 16 points of damage to this man's knees.
I'm aware, you completely shatter them.
Actually, no, don't I double that?
Regardless of how much increase in damage you have, it doesn't exceed the maximum number of HP that limb has, so...
Yes. I'm going to stand on his arm now that he's on the ground, because he ain't going anywhere. Stand on his arms and go, "Hey, buddy.
How's it going?
You wanna tell me why you attacked us?"
Ah! 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 Yeah, he's in too much pain to answer right now.
You know, I could just keep putting you in more pain, or I can have my friend come heal you.
No, I want to do. I want to end him.
Yeah, no, this guy's in too much pain to answer you.
Well, guess I'm not getting any information out of you, and I just punch him until he sleeps.
Oh, you weren't gonna heal him?
Oh no, I'm punching him till he sleeps. I'm not going to kill him. I'm just going to make sure that he wakes up.
Yeah, he's out.
in the watchtower that we were just in.
Yeah, you knocked the wood elf out.
Oh, fantastic. Start dragging him back, making sure that I am not careful about hitting all the rocks. Grab backpack. You might get, I mean, it's not goblin, but would wood elf suffice?
It's like, I'm not really in the mood for humanoid food.
I hear you. I mean, wait. Isn't goblin humanoid? Whatever.
Demi-humans.
Right. Right. Alright, so we'll try and find you that goblin, but thank you for being a true asset to this party.
Just give me food soon, I'm starving.
We'll try and find those goblins for you.
Please.
Alright. Goblin hunting a day and a half because there's no goblins in the entire vicinity. Goblin D's nuts when I'm done with them. Alright.
Alright, you guys see Grimshaw dragging the half-elf back out of the forest.
Larson is ticked because the elf nearly killed him.
Yeah, speaking of which, you're gonna be bedridden for like the rest of the day.
He's just a very grumpy half-orc right now. Why isn't he dead?
Lyrian answers Lyrian answers going like, I think information, right?
Information. You don't walk in blind. Lyrian's starting to learn. I couldn't be more proud. Lyrian's gonna be on the right side of history. I just know it.
From out of nowhere, Avarian comes around Grimshaw and like has him stop, reaches into the pouches of the assassin, and then pulls out a bottle, tosses it to Lorsan.
Phenomenal.
You see him kind of like kick the arm of the assassin and walk away.
Alright.
Thanks for putting that guy down a peg.
Oh, he's still alive. You want to talk to him afterwards?
He's like, oh, I wasn't talking about dying. I was just talking about kicking his pride to the curb.
Oh, he might die. He might die. I haven't decided yet on that yet. Depends on his use to us.
At that, he kind of pauses and turns around, looks at you, and says, he was an assassin. He was hired to do a job. If you kill him, that's going to send a negative message to anyone who might be hired by anyone. You don't want to make so many enemies this early in the game, boy.
How would they know? How would anybody know that?
He looks over at you and says, that's simple. The more people that come up against you who don't leave alive, they'll start to get the message, and you'll become a bigger target and threat.
Well, when assassins take a job, they also know that there's a risk of them dying, so...
This is true. An assassin always run the risk of failing their mission. Since they failed their mission, we're a bigger threat now. Stopping an assassination is no small feat in of itself. We're already a threat that they're sending assassins at us. The fact that we stopped their first one just means that the next one they're going to send more.
Avarian kind of looks over at you and says, actually, this was against protocol.
Well,
by all rights, they shouldn't have sent an assassin after you this early. They should have at least gained intel on you, and they didn't. That means that he's getting desperate.
Well, should we leave him alive then? Is the question. I'll leave that one up to you.
I vote keep him alive.
Well, it's this guy's lucky day.
Larson's just crossing his arms and looking very
disgruntled.
That the guy that Charlie killed is being kept alive.
Oh, he's never gonna walk again, Lorsan. I made sure of that.
He could always visit a cleric.
Not with how much I powdered his knees. I made sure he'll never walk again. How about that?
I guess that's satisfying.
Don't worry, I'll let you take the next one.
Well, I will.
By all rights, I should have gotten hit by an arrow.
You were this close.
It's like walking out, arrow buzzes by my head. Oh, door.
Which is funny because, like, if that arrow did hit, I would roll the assassination percent chance.
Yeah.
Which is basically, do you die or do you live? And if you live, you still get backstab damage.
You live, but you still get the ouchie hurty. Good. This is agreeable. Alright.
He kind of looks at you and says, alright, I recommend getting some rest. It's going to be a long night.
We got any rope for this guy? I don't want him going back and letting, what's his name know we failed.
I have rope.
So does Bernard.
Yep, I got rope. I got rope skill too.
Good.
He also has a
Right.
he also has a grapnel for his rope.
So I would kind of like my rope back.
Oh, you'll get it back.
Thank you.
Plus, we can always buy more rope in, like, any town we go into. We've been using rope a lot in this game, haven't we?
Which is good. It means you're using it.
I'm just saying, like, we have been a menace to society.
Alright, so. I'm guessing you guys go to the tavern? Or, sorry, the inn? Or where do you guys go to rest?
The watchtower.
Strolling in with a damaged dude. Excuse me, pardon me, we're just coming here to sleep for the night.
No, I mean the decrepit one that we were in before. The one where we met the Ava and ovarian cancer.
You didn't meet them in the watchtower, you met them at camp.
I thought you said we were meeting them there. You said.
Oh yeah, no. That's the watchtower they're talking about. Their allies moved into that watchtower. That's why they're like, oh, let's not meet there. That's why they came to you.
Ah.
Yeah.
I guess we're going to the inn then.
Guess we're going to the inn then. With an assassin in tow.
Yep.
We should make him walk. It'll be fun.
No.
Lyrian's like, I'll distract the innkeeper so she doesn't see him. She says, pointing at the assassin.
It's probably a good idea. My God.
She runs in ahead of you, and like a minute later, a minute later you hear, "You little brat!" as you hear her chasing Lyrian away.
God, she's a fantastic person. All right, up. Pay for our rooms and up to the room we go. I literally leave money on the counter. Do we run into Sealdre while we're walking back? By the way.
Yeah, she's waiting for you in the inn.
Hey, Sue.
What happened?
We made a new friend. Best we tell you upstairs.
No, she is upstairs. Like she was waiting for you in the tavern, in the inn. So.
In the inn, in the room, I'm assuming.
Yeah, the room that you guys have been renting.
All right. Yeah. We made a friend.
Clearly
This
not.
Friend took a chunk out of our favorite pig here. And tried to take a chunk out of me. I took offense to that.
So you check their kneecaps.
Oh, to say the least.
It was well deserved.
She kind of looks at the knees and she goes, well, this is the first time I've actually seen you take kneecaps, so it's very terrifying to see.
Can you believe that was one swing?
She's like, yes, I can believe that.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't give you a reason to doubt me, I guess, huh?
No, you don't.
It's good to have me around. It's good to have you around.
It's good not
Wish
to
you
have you
could've
as an enemy.
Nah, what are enemies but friends that I have yet to make? Or terrified of being friends. This man's getting desperate, though. He's already sent someone after us without even gathering the slightest bit of intel against us, so at least we have that going. So, best get some rest. We have a long night ahead of us.
Yeah. Larson's just gonna collapse into a bed.
Passes out.
Or sans out.
How much are the rooms here anyway?
Normally rooms would be like 5 copper pieces to stay. It's kind of like 1 silver piece right now because all the prices have jacked up because of the situation going on.
Situation. But for some reason, our room is the only room that doesn't get the bad juju. They're like, how are you always waking up bright-eyed and bushy-tailed?
Magic.
Alright, so you all fall asleep.
You're... Do we wake up to moaning and groaning?
Roll con check.
Everyone or?
Anyone who wants to stay asleep.
That's 12.
I rolled a natural 8.
Is this... I got a question.
Okay.
Before I roll this, is this the music I like to listen to when I fall asleep?
It's not screaming if that's what you're asking about.
Damn.
I got a net 1.
Okay, so I'm gonna say that Grimshaw, at this point, is kind of curious as to what he's hearing.
Okay.
Because he's already on edge.
So Troxel is kind of like stirring from sleep a little bit, but you can easily go make yourself fall back asleep. Grimshaw is kind of like stirring a little bit, tossing and turning, and then just like, all right, what is that? Bernard, you immediately wake up upon hearing it. Basically, it's not screaming, but it's like, ugh, ugh, ugh,
Oh, good, our friend's awake. Hey, buddy, how's your knees?
He just looks at you and goes, you know it was nothing personal, right?
No, it rarely is, especially for your outfit, huh?
Yeah. Lucky me, huh?
Yeah, they just sent you up against the wrong person.
Yeah, clearly.
It was pretty clever of you, though. I'll give you that.
I appreciate that. I'm usually good at my job.
You just got unlucky.
Yeah.
Happens to the best of us. Just so happens I'm the worst.
He looks at you and goes, oh, I think I could have handed you fine if I wasn't knocked out of the tree.
I mean, you'd be shooting at me for days. You can't pierce. I mean, how are you gonna get through a board?
He's just
You're just adding more and more weight.
You see him kind of like chuckle and goes, you haven't looked at my arsenal yet, have you?
Usually don't need to. A couple daggers, unless you got magic missile spell scrolls, but I don't think you use those.
He's like, nothing like that. What'd you need to know?
You're being forthwith.
I only care if I'm being paid. I'm not being paid I'm not being paid after that. So, it's in my own best interest to cooperate.
Well, I need to know everything you know about that watchtower. Everything you know about the person who sent you.
So he tells you, a couple of details. He tells you that the guy's been setting up like traps. Like for example, like they set up a boulder at the top of the stairs. They have like bricks to throw down if they see people coming down. He heard talk of trying to get a fire started so they can try boiling water maybe. The leader. Let me get this. He's talking about how the leader themselves. He got a good look at the at his spellbook or at least he's looking at a couple of things. He has a couple of spells that might be a little bit dangerous for you, or at least annoying. One of them being like what do you call it? 3 spells that he read that he was able to like catch a glimpse of were Charm Person, Rave Enfeeblement, and Dispel Magic. He tells you that there's a little bit of disgruntlement of having to move to a new location, talking about who had caught them. And he also said that the experiments they were doing were not much fun to watch as well either. They kind of put while they put the experiments on hold, they still have some of the results of said experiments roaming around the tower.
Now that's interesting. That's an interesting thing to me. What were the results of those experiments?
He tells them that they're basically trying to find a way to convert live humanoids into undead without killing them, but all the results have failed thus far. So they any corpse that anyone who dies, they just animate into a zombie with a staff.
Oh, that's a mildly horrific thought.
I mean, I'm guessing that Lorson is still asleep, but why are they trying to do this?
You can't ask that.
I mean, I'm gonna ask that anyway.
Okay. He just shrugs and says, I didn't give a shit, if I'm being honest.
No, I guess you wouldn't.
I'm just there for the payroll.
You and me both, brother. It's just they attacked the wrong person.
Once again,
I guess
I get that.
But it's your
Bernard,
lucky day.
by the way, Bernard is fully awake.
So yeah, Bernard's listening to this conversation, just going, "What the fuck is this?" It's your lucky day, though, pal. You can say you had a guardian angel. Because I can tell you right now, there's at least 3 people in this room who wanted to kill you.
He just grins and goes, yeah, that is part of the job. But then again, killing me would have been too much trouble, wouldn't it? Brought too much attention.
Yeah. Now we can just say you disappeared. Hopefully you get a nice job at the docks fishing.
He just kind of like nods and goes, I have a way to rectify this. It's just gonna take a while.
Do me a favor. If you see my name on a contract, run the other way.
He just kind of nods and goes, I will do just that. Can I have the name?
Grimshaw. Grimshaw Honeystone. It was a pleasure working with you.
Pleasure working with you, I guess. He holds his hand out to shake yours.
I reciprocate, and it's just like...
Yeah, he just looks up and he says...
What's going on?
Yeah, he's sitting there going like, gotta admit, it's very interesting to shake hands with a man I just tried to kill.
It's very interesting. And I live a very interesting life. You're the 4th person I've shaken hands with who's tried to kill me.
It's like, out of curiosity, who's the other 3?
So many names. I couldn't tell you their actual names, but I can tell you 2 on the island we had before. And then who tried to kill me? Oh, that's right.
another person around this place. What was his name again? Kevin or something? I don't know. Anyway. You could try and not wake my companions while you get out.
He just looks at his legs, looks back at you, and he's like, I can't go anywhere yet. I need someone else to do that for me.
We'll send some. We'll have someone carry you out of here.
Thank you.
We'll send a stretcher. I just get up, look over to Bernard, and go, "What?"
That's the most disturbing thing I've ever seen.
What? You can't appreciate someone for a job they tried to do well?
Yeah, but there are limits. Come on.
There are limits.
It's mutual understanding. He had a job to do. I had a job to do. I just did my job slightly better. Even then, like he said, he could have gotten me. And I guarantee you, if I had given him the chance, he would have.
He's like, yeah, even if I didn't land a headshot, that poison would have done you in eventually.
Yeah, I just got lucky.
They just keep casually going back and forth about dying.
Like, this is nothing to Grimshaw. He's just like, yeah, I didn't really get enough time to know that this is just kind of par for course at this time.
All right. With that, he just kind of tries to rest as much as he can with 2 broken legs.
2 completely nullified legs.
Can I try to heal him? Heal him a little bit? Or?
Healing will not do the trick. You need a spell like Regenerate.
Yeah, those things are powder.
Well, I mean, something to... Well, I can't do that.
I mean, do you have drugs?
No, not on me.
Nothing to numb the pain? Then I think you're SOL there.
All right, so the next day, he's still in bed. He's still in the bed. He's like asleep by this point. Oh no, not the next day. Because are you guys planning to do the attack tonight, or?
I mean, if we didn't do the attack tonight, we had to go hunt Goblin. That was the either or, but I'm pretty sure we were gonna do the plan tonight and then hunt Goblin the next.
All right. In
Well,
that case,
how long is Lorson bedridden for?
he can act during the night. You're just gonna have a -2 to rolls because you're still recovering from the poison is all.
Okay.
In that case, let's go ahead and end the session here because it is about time.
Is
Okay.
that right? Okay.
Yep.
So next, when are we playing next?
The 11th on January.
Okay,
Nice.
so then we're gonna start where?
The session's going to start with you guys getting ready to launch your attack.
The siege.
The siege of the tower.
Do we need to think about this anymore, or just need to roll initiative?
I
Well?
mean,
Does anyone else have ideas that you could throw at?
I tried to get ideas, like a bunch, but people just kind of let my brain run. And
No,
run.
I think I don't see anything beyond going through the front door on that.
Yeah.
If it's a tower 30 feet tall, and there's somebody on the top of the tower and somebody on the bottom of the tower, by definition, they're going to be split at least for a bit.
Yeah, but we'd have to get a couple people on the inside first.
I thought we were using a wall of fog to do that.
You're
Fog,
using the wall of fog to get to the tower, but the fog, if you have the fog go into the building, that's going to raise a lot of suspicions.
No, we don't want a fog going to the building, but fog to the tower. Somebody open. We have somebody that can open the door.
Yes, we have.
I
like 3 thieves.
Okay, you have to remember, Grimshaw's going to be invisible. Lyrian's going to be invisible too, going with Grimshaw. The Avarian, he's going to be going into the tower, pretending like he's still on their side and kind of distracting them a little bit. And that gives the rest of you a chance to like poise and ready to move in at the door.
Okay.
And their goal
I
is to
have
get
two
rid of the
spells.
leader right out the gate.
I have 2 second-level spells that I intend to use. One is see and viz, so I'll be able to see everybody what's going on. and then I intend to do a web to try and separate part of their party from the other part of the party.
Solid
And then I'm
choices.
going to kill as many people as I can and heal as many of our people as I can. As a
I will
function
say
of what-
Ava and Avarian are going to say, please try not to kill anyone.
Except for...
Except the leader.
Okay. Okay. See everybody on the 11th. Have a good, not the 11th, yeah, the 11th.
The 11th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a good New Year. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year, dude.
Happy New
Happy New
Year.
Year.
Happy New Year.
And nice meeting you, Winston.
Nice meeting you
Is
too.
our paladin coming anytime soon?
They're probably gonna be, if they can make it, they're gonna make it around late January, possibly early February.
Okay. See everybody then.
All right.
Good night, all.
See you, Roxel.
See you then.
So, how'd you enjoy your first session, Winston?
I enjoyed it. I kind of panicked a little bit with my spells, but I can see that because it's supposed to be my character's like first real combat. He's been a thief most of his life. So that's
Oh no!
that's-
If the plan goes well, then you're going to. It's not really going to be much of combat.
Well,
Yes.
I mean, you know, we can plan as much as we want, but you know,
Everything always
I guess
goes
what's
too
going to
far.
matter is when it actually happens. So.
hmm
didn't have enough time to sleep to get my spells back, or do I?
Yeah.
I'd say yeah. I mean, we were what, midday when we got attacked.
Yeah,
Then
exactly.
we're attacking.
You had plenty of time. You had plenty of time to rest and get that spell
I
back.
guess Lorson has to meditate.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, he does.
Mediate. Conflagrate.
Did I write down how much XP he has?
That was definitely an event. I was not expecting to have to deal with the assassin right away.
Me neither. I was like, what?
I heard arrow whiz by your head, and I'm like, I already know what this is. Grimshaw's on the defensive for this entire fight.
Which was a wise decision. That was a wise decision.
I mean, if
Just like, it probably saved Lorson's life.
yeah. I mean, if the assassin wasn't in the tree, was on the ground, he was gonna try and grapple the guy, but he wasn't able to reach him in time. So.
So you know what the best part about this is?
What?
What?
By rights, you should have been shot because I forgot that Cieldre wasn't there, so I rolled with disadvantage.
Oh. Didn't send her away. He did send her away.
I completely forgot that she wasn't there, and that's the only reason you didn't get shot.
Well, lucky for us.
Lucky for us, DM error in our favor.
It was off by like 1 point with all the penalties he had to try and hit you. Freaking yeah. So yeah, like it was close. But let's see here. So you guys got 2,880 XP.
Damn. Hot damn, we're getting good experience now. Might put me up to like 5, I think.
Well, I mean, you did defeat a level 8 assassin, so.
Level 8. Wow.
Yeah, and do a lot of exposition leading up to a tower siege.
So all of us got there, or just him?
Just me. Nobody else gets anything.
Well, let me think. So the people who participated in that were Grimshaw, Lorsan, Troxel, and Lyrian.
Yeah,
Bernard, did you actually do anything to help with that, or?
He cast spells. He did cast spells.
Yeah.
I
Okay. Yeah,
cast
so you get the
spells.
XP then. You get the XP too then.
He shot his crossbow. He missed, but he shot. Like he was an ample enough distraction. I would have thought that Lyrian would have done the hold person spell there.
She doesn't know hold person.
I thought she did.
She has that in her. She has it in her spell book. She hasn't learned it yet because she's not that tier.
Oh, it's not
Gotcha.
memorized.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would have been a clutch spell to have. Although magic missiling the tree branch was a good idea too.
Especially since there's a chance that their target is going to resist hold person.
It is a hard spell to resist though. Like that spell has like a starting DC of like 15.
I have a question.
You're thinking of a different one. Yes?
This is my first time playing a magic user, so I just have a question about the magic system.
Okay.
It's very convoluted.
I know the spell slots. I got spell slots, and then I have spells that I know, and so each day I have to put the spell that I know inside the spell slots. Is that how it works?
Yeah, pretty much.
Basically, what the spell book is for is every time you cast a spell, you forget it, and you have to rememorize it every time you cast it, and that's what the spell slots is for. Spell slots are, hey, I'm memorizing something real quick.
Think of spell slots like a magazine for a gun.
Exactly.
You can't put a smaller caliber into a bigger gun, just like you can't put a bigger caliber into a smaller gun. But you can only load so many spells into that magazine and fire them off willy-nilly. I could go bang, 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 fire off 3 magic missiles that I loaded in a row, and then do grease or hold person or something like that. But I can't do like, all right, well, I didn't load this one, let me fire it anyway. That's a cleric's job.
So, okay, I was just trying to make sure I understand. Because how many spell slots do I have? I got 14, don't I?
Slot? No. Spell slots are different from how many spells you know.
Okay. So how many spell slots do I have? I just want to make sure I'm getting this right.
It's all in the World Anvil article. You don't need to ask me. Level 3, right?
Yeah, level 3.
So 2 tier 1 and 1 tier 2. Actually, it should already be in the character sheet I sent you.
Okay.
That's why I don't typically play casters anymore.
Why is that?
Because every time I get mixed up on what spells I do and do not have. So it gets to the point where I'm just like, oh wait, I should know this by now, but I don't.
Alright. So Lyrian has officially leveled up as a magic user.
Nice.
Nice.
Pretty sure I made it to level 5 today. We're really close. I'll be like 11 or 12,000 points. Let me go check. I have to go to the World Anvil, which means I have to go all the way around to Realmweaver's Discord.
Thank you for watching our stream, Pandora. We really appreciate it.
We absolutely appreciate it. I am so dumb. Where is it?
Looks like Lorson leveled up in both his classes.
Nice.
Resource links. Ninja. The first thing on the resource links are the ninja info cards. I mean the weapon info cards.
All right.
References. This.
Lyrian has 2 spell slots now. Yay!
Nice. Grimshaw technically has one spell slot. It's called Mace.
And it's reusable.
Man, and then if he gets his mace enchanted, that would be wild.
Oh my god, I just realized I could have really powdered that man's knees.
No. Grimshaw, you need to understand something. So the man's knees had 8 HP.
Oh no!
Yeah!
The man doesn't have knees anymore. He's like, I think I can fix this. No, he cannot.
With the regeneration spell, yes, but that's like the highest level spell for clerics.
You were talking about a negative 20 or a negative 13.
That technically doesn't mean anything.
His knees are dead.
You could have broken his legs clean off. A regeneration spell would have been able to bring the entire legs back. That's the whole point of the spell.
I am still level 4.
Good. That means that you guys are leveling up a little bit slower now.
I am still level 4. I will say that the jump from level 4 to level 5 being 18,000 points, or being 10,000 points, is a lot.
Okay, number 1. Don't forget that I am trying to revise the tables, and if anyone wants to help me with that, I would greatly appreciate it. Number 2. I believe the general concept of this was at a certain point the number of XP, like the general idea is like the number of XP you have to get is like doubled, but for some classes they increased it. I don't know why they did it for fighter.
I was gonna say fighter doesn't seem like it'd be that.
But again, the whole point is I'm going to be redoing the tables, and again, anyone who wants to help me with that, I appreciate that. I'm already trying to come up with formulas to use. I just need second and third opinions, people to bounce ideas off of, that kind of thing.
It's literally 8 to 18,000, 8,000 to 18,000 for level 4, and then 18,000 to 35,000 to level 5.
Grimshaw, would you like to help me with the XP tables?
No. Look, logarithmically speaking, it's a lot of experience to go from 4 to 6. That's all I'm saying. You're talking about, what, 27,000 experience for 2 levels? Granted, the way I always did it was level 1 was just 1,000, level 2 was you had to get 2,000 extra, level 3 you had to get 3,000 extra, and then I just kept my experience points low. That way I didn't have to keep calculate, oh, I have 2,249,450 experience. I'm only level 15.
We'll be figuring it out, so.
Yeah. Oh, I'm only making fun of this because it's fun for me to make fun of this. Like, absolutely.
Well, at any rate, this is about the end of our night, so thank you all for watching. We really appreciate you watching. We hope to see you in the future. Again, another shout out to our first ever Patreon member, Pandora. You guys have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Pandora.
Happy New Year's. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
The trees that grow so fat, old England to adorn. Greater are none beneath the sun than oak and ash and thorn. Sing oak and ash and thorn, good sirs, all at a midsummer's morn. Surely we'll sing of no little thing, and oak and ash and thorn. You that is old in churchyard mold, he breedeth a mighty bow. Alder for shoes do wise men choose, and beech for cups also. But when you have killed in your bowl, it is filled, and your shoes are clean outworn. Back you must speed for all that you need to oak and ash and thorn. Sing oak and ash and thorn, good sirs, all on a midsummer's morn. Surely we'll sing of no little thing, and oak and ash and thorn. Sing oak and ash and thorn, good sirs, all on a midsummer's morn. Surely we'll sing of no little thing, and oak and ash and thorn. Elm she hates mankind and waits till